and they scored a run. Then Victor Scott booted a ball, and they scored another run. I said, no. It's only third inning at this point. I'm like, no. Then the kid got dialed in. He got dialed in. And it's something, too, that I don't know if all of our listeners know. We know this because we had Brad Thompson on here for many years. Is, yeah, the ball travels well in Colorado. The ball travels well in Colorado when you hit it. However, as a pitcher, your stuff is not the same. It doesn't break the same. Brad's like, the curveball doesn't curve sometimes. Like, things happen.
Right.
And I felt like the first couple innings, that was like Michael McGreevy was like, oh, man, it's a whole new world here.
This is different.
And then he got dialed in and kind of figured some things out. And then he started dotting the strike zone and getting the ground out. It's low strike zone, ground out again. Kid was, well, he looks poised. I mean, he looks all of 17 years old on the bump. But he seems calm. And, yeah, you're right, Anthony. It's time. Like, take your pick. Fetty, Michaelis, one of you guys is going down with an injury.
Yeah.
And McGreevy has to you have to have him part of your rotation.
Good time is now.
I think Contreras even said something after the game, too, to the fact of, like, we're done with this. Like, he belongs here.
Yeah, he goes.
I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, Wilson Contreras says, and I'll quote him.
Okay.
He's ready to stay here, straight up.
Didn't somebody else say that last year, too? Was that Tommy Pham who said, yeah, this guy needs to be with us down the stretch?
Yeah, because he had a spot start somewhere in the Tommy Pham era.
Yeah.
2024 era of Tommy Pham.
And then what did they do?
Sent him down, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Said, you know what? We've seen enough. Send him down.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop yo-yoing him back and forth between the big leagues and AAA. If Fetty's the odd man out, make the move now. Or if it's Michaelis, make the move now. I'm assuming it's Fetty. Both guys are on expiring contracts. Neither is pitching well. I don't even care if Michael McGreevy gets destroyed over his next 4 starts at the big leagues. The future is now.
Yeah, I agree.
It's you've had him in the minors. You've played this out. Gave him a taste here and there of the big leagues. He's ready. He's ready. Take him out of the oven. He's good to go.
Why'd you put him in the oven? Was it a Hansel and Gretel thing?
No. Boy, that's a twisted tale, huh?
It is. Yeah. Good night, kids. I don't know, right?
Come to my home, kids. I've got candy. I'll stick you in the oven.
Why were those kids by themselves anyway?
Great question. Where are the parents?
Well, out in the country, kids roam a little bit more free because there's not as much to, get in trouble with. Unless, of course, you come across a house in the woods and got the oven going.
It's back in the day, too. They didn't, the crime rate wasn't what it
was.
Turned
the
out,
crime rate not as much, or just not as much was actually recorded or reported?
Oh,
great point. That's what we call the 80s.
Yeah.
Where you just didn't know about it, right? But it was still happening.
The cop would just kick the crap out of you and send you on your way. There's your ticket. Don't do it again.
Exactly.
I was like, you know what? You're right.
You're right. Thank you, sir. Anyways, time for the Cardinals to stop tinkering with Michael McGreevy. Let's go.
Guys, over the weekend, I did actually put one of the Cardinals games on.
Oh, boy.
And I saw Miles Michaelis throw what looked, and I know it was like a 91-mile-per-hour fastball or whatever it was, but it looked like it was 60 miles per hour coming out of one of those pitching machines that like swing around Funtown that
just
was
a little
just
bit
unloaded on by Suarez.
Yeah.
And I decided, I think I'm going to go to the pool.
Yeah,
and I didn't watch another second of Cardinals baseball over the weekend.
Hard to blame you. Was that the one that was the high fastball?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was fun.
That was not a good pitch.
No, Suarez had 4 home runs in that series, by the way.
Heard about it.
Yeah. So,
I want to pitch around him.
You might want to go get him now. Wilson Contreras, by the way, 3-hit night, including a massive 443-foot home run. Thank you, Wilson Contreras, by the way.
Yeah.
I got back on the board. I don't know if I'm at double digits or not. Has Bradford updated the standings yet?
I'm going to take a little look here. Says you have 9 points. I believe you had 9 points when I left. So I don't know if these are updated.
Well, last night, I had Contreras, so now I'm in the double digits.
Okay, so you have 10. 11 now.
Yeah, look at you go.
Yeah, Contreras is an 11.
Yeah,
11
gives you 11.
Who's our one-pointers? Hang on.
We don't have one.
We don't have one.
Which someone brought that up when we changed the format We're like, well, there's no 1-pointers. We'll just make them 2-pointers. And they're like, why don't you just make the 2-pointers 1-pointers and then the 3-pointers 2-pointers?
That's not as fun.
Hey.
People like big numbers.
Exactly.
That's fair.
This is the fast lane. Okay? Math, common sense, throw both right out the window.
They are.
All right?
Clearly.
Anyways, Willson Contreras snapped a 3-game losing. Well, he helped the Cardinals snap a 3-game losing streak. I mean, other than that, Mike McGreevy was the show. But I do love Willson Contreras and his attitude. I love the fact that, he's basically anything he says, I feel like he sets the standard for the Cardinals now. He's a competitive, fiery dude.
Oh, yeah.
And he might not be, like Brendan Donovan has emerged as a clear leader. There are different ways to lead. Mm-hmm. Willson Contreras, how can you not follow this guy if you're in that clubhouse?
Oh.
He wants to win every night. He takes his role very seriously. He took, Yadier Molina. He took over Yadier Molina, his position there, and then goes to first base when they asked him to go first base, and took it incredibly serious. I didn't think it was going to work out. It clearly has. And now when he speaks and he says things like, "Yeah, I would just leave Michael McGreevy where he's at." How about we just go ahead and leave Michael McGreevy where he's at?
Yeah.
Hey, Mo, how about you quit bothering this kid?
Thank you.
Basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
He does go on to say as well that this is from Contreras. Derek Gould wrote it down. He says, Contreras says, I'm getting chills because every time he's here, he's a good energy to have around. Mm-hmm. Talking about McGreevy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Send him back to Memphis.
Get that kid out of here.
Don't have enough pitchers in Memphis, so.
Yeah.
Let alone you got other levels of your minor leagues. So, I don't know. How about you bring up somebody from AA and maybe put him into AAA? Just thinking. Just thinking out loud.
Is Michael McGreevy the best pitcher in this rotation?
No. Let's get
He was yesterday.
Yeah.
But no.
He was the best pitcher on the Cardinals yesterday.
I mean, while incredibly inconsistent, it's still Sonny Gray.
Okay.
And then while he's at his innings limit, Matthew Liberatore's had a hell of a year, too. Can't discount that. McGreevy, it's still a small sample size, and he's had a blow up. Mm-hmm. It's not immune to getting lit up either.
Yeah.
And I'm happy, Andrew. I'm happy for the kid. Okay, don't take this as me being negative towards
I'm not.
him.
I'm in a great mood.
Okay, so want you because I know you like this guy, and I don't want to be like poo-pooing all over your idea that he's the best in rotation.
I was just asking the question.
But he's probably third. Not bad.
Probably, I think he is.
No, he is. Right now?
Right now.
Sure. Absolutely. Waterboy says, can't believe you haven't mentioned the biggest thing from last night. Pedro Paz threw out a runner last night.
Well, that's...
and then CD misses the next show. Fair point.
Pedro tried to miss that runner, though.
No, he
Mason
didn't.
Wynn did an incredible job of grabbing that thing. Otherwise, that would have been in right center field.
You know what? For Paz, that was a great throw.
It was on time.
It certainly was.
Not on mark, but...
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. CD will join us about 4 o'clock. John Mozeliak spoke to the media before the Rockies game yesterday, and he said, the trade deadline is still fluid. Now, I don't know if he meant fast lane fluid.
He might have.
Which means you're effed. Or if he really actually meant the things are fluid. We got to see how things go. Fans deserve some clarity. And the clarity needs to come at the deadline. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet, the name you know, the name you trust. I trust them. Been a customer for over 25 years, and I always talk about the great inventory that they have of brand new cars and pre-owned cars. I want to take today to talk about the incredible customer service. Not long ago, my daughter turned 16. We went and bought her a vehicle over at the Londoff Autoplex out in St. Peters. Jim Sappho and crew took great care of her. A little bit of a hiccup today. Something's going squirrely with the brakes. Dropped off the car. They took care of everything. Just amazing customer service. And my 16-year-old daughter feels safe behind the wheel of a Londoff vehicle. And that's what I want for you guys, too. Not just your kids, but yourselves as well, to make sure you're getting into a really good vehicle and you're getting a vehicle sold to you by really good people over at Londoff Chevrolet. So please stop by 2 locations now. That's right. Florissant, Missouri, the original, or the new Londoff Autoplex out in St. Peters. Both locations, again, have great inventory, and they've just got great people working over there. So please stop by. Tell them that Jamie Rivers sent you in. If you can't get there in person, get there online. Visit Londoff.com or LondoffAutoplex.com. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Londoff Chevrolet.
John Mozeliak spoke to the media before yesterday's game against the Rockies, and he mentioned a couple things regarding the trade deadline. A couple of quotes that I'll use from Katie Woo's article at The Athletic. Mo said, clearly the weekend was not what we wanted to see. The weekend, of course, being in Arizona. Now we have to understand what the future looks like. Where we are in the standings definitely affects our decision-making moving forward. Playing those 3 games, losing all 3 was not helpful. Obviously, we wanted to come out of the break and have a positive start to it. We didn't. So as we reflect on what's best for the organization, there is the longer view in terms of are there decisions that we can make that would be better that would better situate the franchise in 2026 and beyond. We have a lot of players that teams have interest in, and we have to sort through all of that. We're being much more open-minded to where we were pre-All-Star break. Here's my thing, Jamie. When this trade deadline comes in and passes, the fans deserve clarity with this organization. It's all really fans have asked for, outside of course, look, they want to see their team win. But more clarity, more transparency. We get the comment about the Blues and how we often say, well, you're the Blues radio network, so you give Doug Armstrong a free pass and you criticize Mo. No, Army is pretty clear with his directives.
Yeah.
He's pretty clear with what direction he's going in with the organization, as much as he can be. He obviously is not going to get in front of the camera and be like, we're going to acquire this player on Tuesday and this player on Thursday. Obviously, you can't do that. But within reason, he offers transparency. If the Cardinals sit at the deadline and they do a little bit of both, we'll buy, we'll sell off certain players, we'll acquire a couple players. To me, that would be the biggest misstep at the deadline. You're offering no clarity on what the future is.
Okay,
if you sell, that's a clear, hey, but you're selling.
Hang on. Back up a second.
Sure.
Because the Detroit Tigers did the buy and sell too.
Mm-hmm.
So if the Cardinals sell off what we think they should be selling off, but in return, they're also buying. So, again, we'll bring Helsley, Maton, Matz into the conversation here.
Yeah.
Never mind Fetty, Arenado, and all the question marks around those guys. Take the three that we think teams are going to be calling on.
Mm-hmm.
You can sell Helsley, but in return, buy a good young prospect in return.
That's different. That's still selling, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear because
Sure.
because I quite honestly want the Cardinals to be doing both at this deadline. Moving off from some of the dead weight,
yeah.
And that's no disrespect to the players. They're no longer needed here in St. Louis,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Moving off from that, and then maybe in other directions, acquiring players that help us for the now and the future. Kind of like Army did the one trade deadline with O'Reilly, Tarasenko, Barbashev, all those. Now, he acquired Verona and Kapanen. It didn't work out the way ultimately he wanted to, but he tried to get players that were in that range that he wanted, that 21 to 26 range, and young, fast, all that stuff. He tried. He sold. He bought a little bit. I'm okay if the Cardinals do that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, if they're
as long as they're not buying pieces that block young pieces in their organization. If they're buying pieces, those pieces have to be like part of the major league roster moving forward as like help for what you're doing.
Yeah, I see. Again, I would still classify that as selling. You're selling your assets right now that are not going to help you in the future, and you're buying more cost control years with other players. Now, whether they're AAA players now that could play at the big league level for the rest of the season, or they're a AA player and you're buying for even future years, right? That to me is still selling.
Okay.
What I'm referring to is this half in, half out approach of, we're going to sell off some of the pieces, and we're also going to buy contracts that are expiring at the end of the year because we're going to try to convince the fan base that we're still in this thing. Stop. That's what I'm referring to as kind of that sell, and that if you're a seller and a buyer at the same time. That, to me, you're not offering much clarity there, right? You're definitely not offering any clarity if you sit.
Well, you can't sit.
You can't, period.
You can't.
But
you just can't. I mean, that would be the biggest.
Hold my beer, says Mo.
Nah, but I don't even think Mo's going to be able to do that because if you sit with Maton and Helsley, you're losing them anyways. Oh, we get the compensation pick. Don't talk to me about that.
Yeah.
You can't. You cannot sit. If they do, then, I mean, boy, I will voice my opinion at that time. But as of right now, I can't be of the belief that they're going to just stand pat.
I don't believe that either, Jamie, but when I see quotes from Mo that's like, well, the weekend wasn't great. Standing's definitely going to affect our decision making. What? What? You know Ryan Helsley is a free agent at the end of the year. You knew Phil Maton, free agent. Steve Matz, a free agent. Now, maybe he's just talking to the media and he's just,
What if it's just like
GM speak?
Yeah.
Fine. If that's what it is, okay, I get it. But you're terrifying me.
Because he doesn't want other teams that are in this mix of wild card race to have a clear idea what the Cardinals will do.
That's fine. But by the end of the deadline, to me, the only job there is offering clarity to the future for your organization and for your fan base.
What do you think a win at the deadline looks like for Mo? And do you think that he can ultimately get a win out of the deadline?
Helsley, Maton, Steven Matz, all traded for, and I don't pretend to know what the return package is going to be for those players. I'm with Jamie. Preferably, we're talking about at least one pitcher that could be in your rotation or your bullpen for the rest of this season or next year, right? Because Helsley's going to get a return. Mm-hmm. The Phillies need a closer. The Dodgers need a closer. There are other teams around baseball that will be looking for a closer. You could get into a bidding war with the Phillies and the Mets, who need a setup guy, and turn those two teams against each other. Yeah. Much like teams used to do between the Yankees and Red Sox. As soon as the Red Sox would make a move, you get the Yankees on the horn because they're going to do something. To me, you can turn the Mets and the Phillies into a bidding war against themselves, and you could sell Helsley to the highest bidder. Matz is going to be a value, and so is Maton, because Maton can be a setup guy.
Are you scared that if the Cardinals sort of go on a run here in this next week, that things could change for this front office?
It's the biggest fear in my life right now. Yes.
So let's say they do. Let's say they turn things around here. Now, they're not playing really great teams. Mm-hmm. And you have the Padres mixed in there, but the Padres are also fighting for a wild card spot.
Right.
If they have a good week, could you see them not dealing these guys at the deadline and sort of reverting back to their old ways?
Hence the point of this topic.
Yeah.
That's it. How you just phrased that is like what I was thinking when I put together this topic.
And let's say
because there's no clarity right now on what they're going to do.
Let's say they do. Do you still think that they should sell because you think this team is fool's gold?
I don't think this team this season is going anywhere.
Yeah.
You're seven games back, 8.5 games back right now. The Milwaukee Brewers have put together an 11-game winning streak. You are 8.5 games back in the NL Central. Yesterday was 3.5 out of the wild card. You're still 3.5 games out of the wild card. You have not played well since the end of May. You have either been inconsistent or you have been bad. Mm-hmm. You were terrible at PNC Park. You were terrible at Chase Field. You have pockets of terrible mixed in with some inconsistencies, right? This team hasn't played. Forget May. May's gone now.
Yeah.
This team is not good enough to win a wild card spot this year.
What if you're talking about clarity, what if the message ends up being, well, let's just restructure our starting rotation, because that seems to be one of the biggest, if not the biggest issue for our team right now. We're actually a better ball club than what we're playing like. Our starting pitching has just failed us in the past month.
I mean, if you're talking about, hey, we're going to sell off some pieces and we're going to go the young route the rest of the way, and we happen to, the youth is served and we got on a roll, mm-hmm. You're still serving both situations. You're still serving the now and the future.
But what
frankly.
if those other guys are not a part of deals? Like, you keep on to you keep Helsley, you keep Maton. Maybe you trade Maton, but you keep Helsley.
I think you have to trade those two guys. Mm-hmm. Unless I don't think there's any way that you're not going to get something decent for Helsley. Right. I don't think there's going to.
And Maton.
I agree, but let's just say the return on Steven Matz is crap, and you say, you know what, it ain't worth it. We can have him be the new setup guy. I'm okay with that, mm-hmm. But there is no reason that Ryan Helsley and Phil Maton should still be on this roster beyond the MLB trade deadline. That's my thought on it. And to me, and we'll get into this a little bit later on, you have to go back into whatever the market is for Nolan Arenado as well. Because if he starts to hit, if he starts to hit a little better, if he's just an average offensive player for you, you already know he's an elite defender still.
Yeah.
You have to go back into that market too, and say what can I do here that he's going to approve. That's just my thoughts on this.
Honestly, there's not a lot of players that are absolute no sells for me on this team. Maybe there's a player out there that we're not even thinking of because we love the player so much, but they could ultimately fetch you something really good.
Sure.
I don't know, but do the Cardinals have the Liberty Bells to do something like that?
We'll find out.
Oh, I doubt it.
I doubt it, but we'll find out. Masterson says, why keep the best closer in baseball? I tune in at the end of games. We lead to see him finish. Well, that's fair. You're probably only going to watch him for the next couple of months if you keep him.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, we're done.
So, just so we're all on the same page here. Because I don't think Ryan Helsley's going to be kept. I don't think they're going to pay that much money to a 30-something-year-old closer
who's showing signs. I'm not saying negative stuff here. The numbers bear it out. He's showing signs of regression.
Yes.
Here. So.
The time is now.
Yes.
All right. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Marsh has got what's trending next.
Circus Sports, they are the best in the business, especially when it comes to having the world's largest sports book. Derek Stevens, my buddy out in Vegas, man, he had a vision a number of years ago about creating the world's largest sports book, and he did so. He created Circus Sportsbook in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's unbelievable. And along with that, now he's got an app, the Circus Sports Illinois app. So the world's largest sportsbook right there in the palm of your hand. They've got great lines on all the futures bets, tight money line splits, and this is the best part. They have the biggest payouts. Why? Because the best odds of any app that's out there. Download any of the competitive apps that you see out there. Check the odds, and you'll see that Circus Sports has the best odds available. And not only do they have a great app, they have great contests going on. And right now, you can sign up in Las Vegas, of course, at the casino. Until September 6th, you can sign up for Circa Million and Circa Survivor. I've said it before, $21 million in guaranteed prizes. So please sign up in Las Vegas. And then again, you can use the app to make your picks on a weekly basis. So please don't miss out on any of that action. Get to Vegas, download the app, bet like a pro with your Circa Sports Illinois app, and join in on all the excitement. If you or somebody you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals pick up a victory last night against the Colorado Rockies. Final score 6-2. Michael McGreevy, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, 2 runs, one of those being earned. He walked 0 batters and struck out 1. And we talked about Michael McGreevy earlier in the show. If you missed that conversation, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. Tonight, Eric Fetty will be on the mound going up against Bradley Blaylock. First pitch tonight is at 7:40. We have What's Trending coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending? Brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter and Jamie Rivers. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Carey Davis will join us in the 4 o'clock hour as he is in Vegas right now. Big Ten Media Day. Gentlemen, I wanted to talk about something that is not sports related, but a lot of people have been texting us about it, and that's Ozzy Osbourne has passed away at the age of 76. There's a lot of people that have reminded us that Ozzy Osbourne, blues fan, as we all know the photo. That was my Halloween costume a couple years ago, dressed up as Ozzy Osbourne in the blues shirt. So Ozzy Osbourne has passed away, Black Sabbath singer.
I mean, how many musicians can be rock icons, but also sports icons? Now, hear me out. Ozzy Osbourne, obviously his music, Black Sabbath, Ozzy Osbourne, all of that is just classic. I mean, we saw the performance just a week ago, I guess, his last performance, like so much respect. Mm-hmm. But there is not a hockey rink that I've ever been in as a player that has not played Crazy Train at some point.
Right.
Football stadium playing Crazy Train. Football teams running out to go in off the rails. Like that. It transcended through more things than just like being on stage and making rock videos and things like that. And obviously, when they went to the reality show, you got a peek behind the curtain there, and that made the brand bigger and whatnot. But yeah, man, like Ozzy, he has been the soundtrack for so many things in my life, to where you remember like, oh, they were playing this Ozzy song when the new album came out, and like it's just like,
he could rock, man.
Yep.
He really could. You're right, Jamie. I hadn't thought about it that way, but his songs are definitely scattered throughout many arenas and many stadiums in America. There's no doubt about it. Did you ever go to Ozfest?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. Ozfest, for sure. And then I saw Ozzy. So I got a funny story about Ozzy. I was playing in Worcester, Massachusetts, and we had come back from a road trip. We were obviously on the road. The bus gets them back in at, 2 o'clock in the morning from wherever. And Ozzy had played that night at the Worcester Centrum. And so we were unloading all of our gear. And lo and behold, this man comes in, sideways, into the locker room, talking about hockey. We're talking about hockey. You guys are crazy. You know, and he comes in, he pulls up a chair, and he's sitting with us after we've been on the bus on tracksuits and dried up food on our jackets and whatnot. And he wants to talk about hockey.
No kidding.
He's like, give me a stick. He picks up a stick. He's like, he just clubbed the guy, huh? He just hit him. I'm like, yeah, you just slash me. Unbelievable. He's like, this is fantastic. So then he's like bringing in all the booze and all this stuff. And so we're hanging with Ozzy, and it's pretty cool. The stick that he had used was mine, and I had him sign it after. So I have that at the house, too.
Like, you're not going to get Ozzy Osbourne's autograph on a stick?
There's no shame at all. And then he did something else. He said, oh, let's take a picture. And then, somebody went to take the picture. He turned around and bent over and showed his ass. And says, hey, how you like that one? But so that's my Ozzy story.
That's great. Yeah, I saw Oz Fest in, I think, 99 in Chicago.
Right.
Yeah. I was in high school. It was like, I think it was, we had graduated. We were seniors this summer after we graduated. And it was a great concert, man. He could rock. Favorite Ozzy song? Either Black Sabbath or Ozzy?
Oh,
There's a lot.
man. I mean, Crazy Train is great, of course, but I think we got to go with a different song because I think everybody could pick Crazy Train.
Yeah. I got mine.
I love Paranoid from Black Sabbath. Oh, man. There's so many. Go ahead.
Perry Mason.
Perry Mason. Oh, yeah, that's right.
That song rocks. Marsh, you got one?
Mine's Crazy Train. I mean, Jamie kind of illustrated it with the connection to hockey. So anytime, you're getting ready for a game, you have it cranked up in the locker room, and it's just one of those songs where it doesn't matter what type of human being you are.
Yeah.
It puts you in a different mode to go out and be an athlete and to really put it out on the line when you're out on the ice, on the field or whatever. So, I mean, that one's just iconic.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the songs here, like
my
Bark at the Moon.
So my second favorite is the one that Frick James just said is No More Tears.
No More Tears is on here. You've got, See You on the Other Side.
When I see
you on the other side. I know we didn't do it justice there, but Iron Man, can't forget that song.
So I was giving Lincoln a bath the other night, and he always, anytime I'm loading him up with soap and everything, he always says that he turns into a superhero.
Oh, nice.
So it's my 3-year-old, by the way, and just clarify. So the other night, I'm like, "What superhero?" Normally it's Spider-Man. He's a big Spider-Man fan. I said, "All right, Lincoln, what superhero we're gonna be?" He goes, "Iron Man." So I pulled up Iron Man on it. So he was rocking out, soap's going everywhere.
Surprised he didn't want to be Scuba Steve.
Well, I don't think he's familiar with Scuba Steve.
Scuba Steve's a superhero, though.
Yeah,
I mean, he is to some people.
To some people,
maybe.
He is, certainly.
But, no, Ozzy, looking at all these songs, I mean, man, what a career.
Yeah.
What a career.
Frick James comes back in the Snake Pit, says Over the Mountain. So many bangers, all caps, at Anthony Stalter. You're damn right, Frick. Now that's a banger. Whole album.
By the way, this weekend, I was with Rachel's family, and I believe it was her brother. Somebody said that Mr. Brightside is a terrible song.
Thank
and
you.
I could not help but
Well done.
think of you.
Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah.
So,
And I appreciate what that person's doing.
yeah.
Either way, we can all agree not a banger. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Rest in peace to our guy, Ozzy Osbourne. He's all of our guy.
He is.
76. Yeah. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. What training camp storylines are most intriguing to us around the National Football League? That's next on 101 ESPN. Training camps are opening around the NFL right now. What is the most intriguing storyline for you centered on a certain team, or maybe it's a division? It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh is back in the house today. CD will be back with us at 4 o'clock. He is out in Las Vegas for the Big Ten Media Days. Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. Is there a training camp storyline that you guys find most fascinating? And it could be fascinating for like all the wrong reasons too, by the way. Cleveland, 42 quarterbacks, not one, maybe not one can play.
Whoa.
Something like that.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
I think, why don't we do each division?
Sure.
Because I think each division can have an interesting storyline.
I like that.
Because if you're trying to find the one, that's where you get stumped. That's where you can't really give an answer because you have like 5 that you're like,
Right.
So NFC East, I think for me, there's a couple of them.
Is it your guy?
What?
Jerry Jones?
What did he say?
Just yesterday. Remember some Micah Parsons?
Oh, yeah, Mike. Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I was looking at the AFC East. You're right, NFC East.
Okay.
NFC East. Cowboys, Giants, Eagles, Commanders. Couple things. I'm interested to see the Washington Commanders if they continue to evolve as from what they were last year. And I just cannot. 2 other things. It's a car crash in Dallas. Like Jerry Jones just can't get out of his own way. Basically saying that Micah Parsons, TJ Watt got a great contract. I'm paraphrasing here. But Micah Parsons, he's great too when he plays. Because he missed 6 games last year, so we'll see if he plays.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you got the Giants, who I don't know what the hell they are. So those would be my storylines for the NFC East.
Yeah, the Giants are trying to be a football team, but I don't know about that. I think Washington is interesting because so many people went from, hey, this is a tough landing spot for Jaden Daniels. Maybe he can help them turn it around in a couple of years to they're a top 10 team. Like, I have not seen a jump like this in the last couple of years for an entire team. They went from great to they might be the 6 or 7 best team in the NFL. Okay, slow down. Defense was terrible last year. I know they made the deep run of the NFC title game, and they pulled off some massive stunners, right? They go to Tampa, they beat them. Sorry, Jamie, they knock off your Lions in Detroit. Then they got steamrolled by the Eagles. And now the question is, what do you do for an encore? We all think it's going to be linear, right? They're just going to get better. They're going to build off of it. Doesn't always work out that way.
And now they have the 8th hardest schedule in the NFL.
That's correct, Bob. So I think Washington, Andrew, I think the most interesting aspect or storyline or intriguing storyline for this division is Washington and whether or not they can build off of what they did a year ago. Because as we know here in St. Louis City, SC country.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't mean
coming
you're
off
going
a
to keep
great
going
year.
forward.
Exactly. Thank you.
So NFC North for me, it's one name. It's one name for me that is the most intriguing part of NFC North. It's Ben Johnson.
Okay.
The removal of him in Detroit, what's the aftermath? And the addition to him in Chicago, what's the aftermath? So to me, that's the most intriguing thing.
I like that a lot. Marsh?
No, I completely agree. I think it has to be Ben Johnson. To me, he was the biggest name that was moved from a different team in the entire NFL. That's just, for me, the fact of the matter. He was the I don't want to call him the architect of that offense because Dan Campbell put everything together. But Ben Johnson, the ability to make certain plays, call those plays in certain situations, he's the biggest name that I am intrigued to follow throughout the year because now he's with an organization that has lost a lot. Can he be the savior for the Chicago Bears?
Yeah.
There's been a lot of people that have gone into that organization with high expectations, and they really haven't done anything. So, and also, can he make Caleb Williams the quarterback that everybody thinks that he should be,
right,
or can be?
I'm along the same lines of you guys. Like J.J. McCarthy's an intriguing storyline, but we just don't know until the regular season starts. But the Bears and Lions, it's an interesting juxtaposition, right? Because you have the Lions who lost a lot, including their 2 coordinators, 2 offensive linemen, and that team had Super Bowl aspirations the last 2 years. Compare that now to the Bears, who have added a bunch, but you just don't know if everything's going to come together. Will Ben Johnson get the most out of Caleb Williams? The lineman that they added on both sides of the ball, will that come to fruition? Like, that, I think, is the most intriguing storyline for that division.
So if we do the NFC South, NFC West quickly, I'll just give you my 2 on this one. For me, the NFC South, it's the Atlanta Falcons, the quarterback position. What's happening there?
Sure.
Penix, Cousins, Penix, all that stuff. And then the NFC West, for me, is can the 49ers get back to being the top dog in that division?
I think the NFC West is more open than people think, and it's for that reason. The 49ers are going to play a weaker schedule because they finished last year. Christian McCaffrey, if those guys are healthy, look out. But the Rams, and unfortunately I know we don't like the Rams here, but the Rams are a really young team that played well last season, but can Matthew Stafford stay healthy again? Seahawks, I don't know what Sam Darnold is, which is why I think he's still got a lot to prove. In the Arizona Cardinals, I know that nobody really likes the Cardinals here, but I think they're probably better than most of the teams that we think are going to finish in last place in their division. NFC South, I want to know if the Carolina Panthers can fix their defense and if that offense was real down the stretch, because Bryce Young made some huge strides last season. I think we know what the Saints are. Saints are going to be a dumpster fire. Yeah. Tampa is still their division to lose. Yep. And you're right, Atlanta's quarterback situation with Michael Penix. Flipping over to the AFC East.
Yep.
To me, the most intriguing storyline, honestly, is Justin Fields and the Jets.
It's the new head coach, Justin Fields, the New York Jets. Yes.
You tried the Aaron Rodgers thing. You tried the Nathaniel Hackett thing. You tried, all that crap the last 2 years. It did not work out. You're starting over, but you're kind of doing it in a similar way. Justin Fields, former first-round pick. He's bounced around now.
Yep.
The Jets believe Fields can be last year's Sam Darnold. Okay. Prove it.
I think for me, it's Mike Vrabel going to New England. He has a young quarterback who a lot of people are high on. Some people may not be so high on Drake May, but, could Mike Vrabel turn that organization around into being what we have known it to be for the last 20 plus years under Bill Belichick?
Sure.
He did have success with Tennessee. Ryan Tannehill was his quarterback, and they had a good team.
Yeah.
Yep.
What can he do in New England with an owner who I believe cares?
Oh, he does. He's a good owner.
He cares. So I think, and it might not come this year, but maybe we'll see the infancy of another good run for the New England Patriots. Maybe that starts this year and they surprise some people. Maybe they flirt with the playoffs, maybe they don't, but I'm definitely intrigued to see what that looks like.
As for the AFC North, the Ravens, hey, you got one of the best rosters in football.
They don't intrigue me.
The Bengals don't have a defense. We know about that. The Browns are the Browns. To me, it's the Steelers. And whether or not this Mike Tomlin-led roster change.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Tomlin, this is Tomlin's baby. Tomlin's been there a long time. He's had the impact of bringing in Rodgers and bringing in DK Metcalf. He has been infatuated with DK Metcalf apparently for a long time. So he brings in Metcalf. He really likes Jalen Ramsey. He brings in dude, this is your squad.
Yeah.
And I'm a big Mike Tomlin fan. I am, but this seems like everybody's been waiting for the other shoe to drop with Tomlin. Maybe it's this year.
For me, it's Aaron Rodgers, the Steelers, and the Cleveland Browns. The only thing they're not intriguing. They just have 5 quarterbacks at camp.
Right.
That's intriguing to me as to who breaks camp as actually still being on the team.
Sure.
I'm also in the camp of wanting to know what the Browns do at quarterback because I'm very intrigued to see if Shedeur Sanders can actually play football at the NFL level. Because there's a reason why some people didn't draft him. There's a reason why the Browns took Dylan Gabriel over him. I want to know if he can actually be the starter at some point this season, and will it stick? Or will he just be another dude that put the Browns uniform on and decided to not be good?
Right.
AFC South, is there anything intriguing there?
I mean, not from a training camp standpoint.
I disagree. This whole Will Levis thing is weird. He was
weird?
dealing with shoulder issues.
Yeah.
Why did he decide now to get the season-ending surgery?
Because he's going to get
He
cut.
knows he's not going to play behind Cam Ward.
Yeah, just
So
Realized it. He's like,
I'll get my
I was
paycheck.
injured.
Yeah,
I was injured when I said that.
he's buying
Right.
himself another year. Really, is what he's doing.
yeah,
I think if there's any intrigue in that division, it's the Colts. Because I don't really know. Like, that's a good enough roster to compete for a wild card. But Anthony Richardson is the ultimate wild card at quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, he has had just a tumultuous first couple of seasons. AFC West, this is one of the best divisions in football. And I think that the additions that the Raiders made with Pete Carroll and Geno Smith have at the very least elevated the floor in that division. You have 4 Super Bowl winning or Super Bowl caliber coaches in that division. Pete Carroll has won a Super Bowl. Reed has won multiple Super Bowls. Sean Payton has won a Super Bowl. And Jim Harbaugh got at least one team to the Super Bowl with the 49ers. And could have easily won
And he's
it.
coached a national championship team.
Yeah. So that,
Pretty cool.
that to me is one of the best divisions in football, at least from a coaching standpoint. All right. I know we're not supposed to give Mo any credit ever on anything he does because he ruined the proudest baseball organization in the history of America. But I do like one of his moves, and I will give him a little credit for it. That's next on 101 ESPN.
Over 20 years of family ownership and operation here in the St. Louis area. My friends over at E&B Granite, they are St. Louis's trusted name when it comes time to renovate, whether it's your kitchen, your bathroom, or some of those outdoor living spaces. Look, E&B Granite, they offer extensive selections of custom countertops, cabinets, and flooring that cater to diverse tastes. They've got a variety of colors, patterns, and styles that are, well, they're guaranteed to bring new life into your living space. And it's all backed by a skilled team of professional fabricators, installers, and the in-house design staff is fantastic. Also, E&B Granite ensures top-notch craftsmanship, personalized service, and prices you are not going to find with big box stores. I can tell you that for a fact because E&B Granite redid my kitchen. And the experience that I had was phenomenal. They did everything exactly the way they were supposed to. The price was fantastic, and the product was unbelievable. So for those seeking excellence in home renovation, support local and schedule a free consultation by giving them a call at 314-645-9300. Again, that's 314-645-9300, or you can always visit them at enbgranite.com.
Fastlane on 101 ESPN 304. Your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Andrew Marsh back from vacation. Carey Davis will join us at 4 o'clock from Big Ten Media Days, where he is in Las Vegas. Jamie will be back with us here in a second. But, Marsh, I know that we're not supposed to give Mo any sort of credit for anything that he has done.
You're not about to do that, are you?
I realize, Marsh, that this man single-handedly took down one of the proudest baseball organizations that we've ever seen. I get it.
Just think about it.
But I do think you got it right with the Wilson Contreras signing.
What?
I will give.
No, hang on,
I
Anthony.
will give Mo credit.
Hold on.
For the Wilson Contreras free agency signing. Now, is he still a catcher? No.
Let's back it up.
What?
Back it up. Back it up. So you said you give Mo full credit for the Wilson Contreras signing.
Yeah.
Okay, Marshy, you help me out here.
Yeah.
Because I don't claim to know anything, or anything sometimes, but everything, certainly some of the times.
Yeah. Huh?
When they signed Wilson Contreras, what position did he play?
Catcher.
Catcher, okay. And they gave him a really, really big contract as a catcher, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. And how long has he played catcher for the Cardinals? Like full time, like what? Half a season?
2 years.
No.
Well, he got hurt.
No, you got
Probably
hurt.
a full year combined.
Okay, thank you. All right, Anthony, as you were saying, that $87.5 million for a catcher who hasn't played catcher is a great move by Mo. Do continue.
Where's he playing now?
First base, and they threatened him with the outfield.
Where you make a lot more money if you can do what Wilson Contreras can do. Am I right?
Yeah, but
that's a value. He turned a bad signing into a great signing.
Falling into a great signing doesn't mean it was a great move.
He didn't fall into it.
He fell into it.
Come
he signed
on.
as a damn catcher.
I'm trying to give just a little bit of credit here. He signed Wilson. Wilson Contreras is a stud.
Anthony, he signed the heir apparent to Yadier Molina.
Yeah.
That's what this is. No, he wasn't.
Well, he was for 2 years.
And now, because of the process of elimination, he's got a no-trade clause. He doesn't want to go anywhere. He won't play in the outfield. He can't catch. Oh, I'll try him at first base. And it just happened to work.
Why are you doing this?
Hang on. You yourself, at the beginning of the season, had nothing but criticism and doubt.
It's true.
So much
I was
that
wrong.
Anthony, hang on. Our guy, Marshy, pulls the sounder of playing first base. It's extremely difficult because you were laughing so like Contreras going to play first base. And now you're going to sit there and lie to all of our listeners. Wow. And tell them that it's a great signing. Shame on you. I won't let you do that to our listeners.
And I won't let you do that to us right here because I know you're a Wilson Contreras guy.
I am.
And I was wrong about the first
baseman. But I never said
thing.
it was a great thing. Like, I like Wilson Contreras, but I never once said, oh, what a great signing as a catcher. You overpaid him. Nobody else was offering him a contract even at that point, and you overpaid him for a first baseman.
Who's leading your team now in home runs, and he's one of the only guys who has a competitive streak that should match the standards of St. Louis Cardinals baseball.
How many home runs does he have, Anthony? 12.
13.
12, I think.
I'll be 13 after tonight.
Yeah, 12 home runs. No, it's 13. You're right, 13. Where do you think that ranks in Major League Baseball for first baseman? If I was smart enough, I could pull that up, but I know you can, but you won't right now. You're holding out on me.
I'm going to say 23rd.
Yeah. And you're paying him a lot of money.
Oh, no, I just took a guess.
From what Anthony said.
That's not a horrible contract.
It's like Mo fell, rolled down the hill Chris Farley style, and then after he was done rolling down the hill, he stood up and found a $5 bill on the ground.
First of all, that contract isn't that bad. Second of all,
it's terrible.
What are you doing?
What?
You're a huge Wilson Contreras fan.
I am, but I can't sit here and have you praise Mo because he fell into this.
So he fell into everything then, technically.
What do you mean? He didn't fall into Paul Goldschmidt.
Well, yes, he did. The Diamondbacks were getting rid of him.
Well, you're right. Okay, so yeah, he did.
And Arenado.
What?
Fell into Arenado, too. Arenado wanted to be here because Matt Holliday told him that St. Louis is a great place.
Name one move in the last 7 years that was aggressive, outside the box, and ended up being a successful move by John Mozeliak.
Ozuna.
A successful move.
Ozuna hit well for 2 years.
Yeah. So you're calling that a success?
No, I'm not calling it a success. Wilson Contreras was a success, but you eliminated
He's a catcher
that.
that now plays first base.
Well, good thing you have him.
You know what? Joe Mauer was a catcher who moved to first base. He had a pretty good career.
So was Buster Posey.
I'm not going to lie. I feel bad for Wilson Contreras because I feel like he deserves to be on a better team.
Well, that's not a crap sandwich.
No, he does. I feel bad that he's still here because he deserves, because of his work ethic, the type of player he is, he deserves to be on a winning ball club. Like a team that has a chance to compete for a World Series year in and year out. That was his expectation when he signed here. And he has not been able to experience that. I feel bad for the guy.
Because Mo has done such a piss poor job with the pitching staff. However, I do think that he got this right with Wilson Contreras.
He didn't get it right.
He didn't?
It ended
Wilson
up
Contreras
being
has been
right.
one of your best offensive players.
Yeah, it ended
last
up
3 years.
And he was going to be your best offensive catcher, too, but now he doesn't catch.
I realize that. I wouldn't have moved him to first base, as everybody knows. I would have kept him at catcher.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So now you can't say that this has worked out because apparently
It
he's
hasn't
not a
worked
good
out at all.
catcher.
We don't count the offensive numbers at all. We don't count the fact that he's played very well at first base. I'm confused.
The offensive numbers would have been the same if he played catcher, outfield, DH, first base, because it's a separate part of the game. You signed him as a catcher, and then a month into the season, you told the whole world he can't catch. He doesn't know how to call a game, doesn't know the pitches. The pitchers were throwing him under the bus. So that was a massive misstep. How did you not do your homework before that?
I completely agree with that.
So the fact that now he's been shifted, he was shifted more to DH last year, and the numbers are fine. He got hurt, broke his arm, all that stuff, because, again, they're telling him how to catch a certain way, get closer. Paez almost got his arm torn off, too, the other night, so whoever's in charge of the catchers may want to rethink your strategy. But now you move him to first base because Paul Goldschmidt left via free agency, which is fine. Give it a shot. And it's worked out. The only reason it's worked out is not because Mo made a good signing. The only reason it's worked out is because Contreras is a hell of an athlete, and he was able to switch on the fly and play a really good first base, along with the offensive numbers he would have had anyways as a catcher. So you can't tell me it's a great signing. You signed a great player, but I don't know if it's a great signing for Mo because he didn't end up playing the position he ultimately was signed to play.
Okay.
I get what you're saying.
So we can't change our minds ever then.
You can, but don't tell me.
Whatever your initial thought is, Jamie,
can.
if you dare change your mind in 2 years, then therefore I'm not giving you credit for your original idea.
No, you're wrong 100%. First of all, I never said the idea
That's what you're saying
wrong.
now with Contreras.
No, you signed him as a catcher. That was the
I'm
mistake.
talking about the signing was a success.
Yeah, but you can't now just umbrella it. Well, we signed a baseball player today. What's he going to play? I don't know.
Okay, well, players move positions all the time.
The catcher's pretty specific.
Okay, but
Bryce Harper,
the
he's
overall
first base now.
Right, so that was a
He's at
mistake.
first base.
But
They signed him as an outfielder.
Guys, catcher's a different animal. Brendan Donovan that plays all over the diamond. You got Mookie Betts. It's a Gold Glove outfielder, Gold Glove shortstop. You got those guys.
That's a mistake. You traded for him when he was an outfielder.
Who?
That's the Dodgers traded for Mookie Betts when he was an outfielder.
Don't try to spin this. No, it's not. It's not apples to apples. No
credit to the Dodgers.
Okay.
Because he had to move positions.
You know what, Anthony? It's clear that I'm not going to be able to penetrate that thick skull of yours. And likewise, you're not going to be able to reason with me, okay?
Then we shake.
We just shake.
We say good day,
we call
sir.
it a day. And we go buy our Contreras jerseys because we both love him. I love him. But I can't give Mo credit for turning him into a great first baseman. No.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, look, here's what I'm saying. Thank God you signed him.
Yes.
Because he's one of the only competitive players. I shouldn't
him.
say that. Everybody's competitive.
He really oozes competitive.
He sets a different standard, in my opinion, the standard that you should have if you're the Cardinals.
And I agree. And I love the player. Ultimately, I cannot give Mo credit for signing a catcher that went bad, and now he's good at first base. But ultimately, I can say that I'm happy he signed the individual, because the individual, to me, is actually what I remembered being a Cardinal, was about like passion and showing up to the ball time, do whatever it takes for the team to win. All of that stuff.
Gotcha.
And I feel
Fair.
bad he's on a crappy team.
And Marsh goes back to the,
Well, he
the other
is.
thing there. Yeah.
Hey, he's on a above 500 team, Marshy.
Yeah.
Check out some of the teams in the league. A lot of below 500s.
A lot of them.
Okay.
Hey, could be worse.
I was just saying, I feel bad for the guy.
Could be a Rocky.
I don't, 87.5 million. I don't feel very bad for the guy.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Part one of our sports six-pack is next. Text in 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service text line. So send in your questions. Sixer part one next on 101 ESPN.
Homeowners, listen closely because the realtor you choose, it matters. I've known Gloria Lou for years. I've seen her proven systems and guarantees. I've met her thrilled clients as well. And with Gloria Lou at Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, you get real results. Think about this. Your home sold or she'll buy it. Gloria makes buying and selling so simple. Gloria has over 24,000 buyers in waiting. That means your home, it might already be sold. Her team sells for top dollar, boosting your profits. They sell fast. Gloria closes a home sale just about every other day, unlike average agents who don't close maybe 4 or 5 a year. Gloria will guarantee in writing to sell your home at 100% of the market value, or she will pay you the difference. So please get yourself ready to pack up and move out of that house, because you're going to give Gloria Lou a call, and she's going to get that home sold for you, and it's pretty easy. Just call Gloria Lou. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. Her number's 314-325-6888. Again, that's 314-325-6888. Or you can always visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com for her guaranteed sale program, and that's available on her website. So please, again, that's GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. As always, the seller and Gloria must agree upon sales price and possession date.
time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
If you have a question for us, send it into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Sports Six-Pack Part 1. Marshy, question 1.
Question number 1.
All righty, gentlemen. From Grant Francis Fan Club, where do you think the Cardinals are if they had traded for Yachty's replacement and used the Contreras money to sign pitchers?
I think they'd probably be in worse shape, honestly, because that means...
Who would they have signed? Let's go back.
Oh, boy.
What's that summer, that offseason of free agent pitchers? I know there were some big names out there. I think Scherzer was out there, maybe.
Well, let's also play the game here, because he or she is saying, trading for Yachty's replacement, which would have probably been one of two players, Sean Murphy of then the A's, now the Braves, or Alejandro Kirk.
Either way, man, we would have been freaking set. That Alejandro Kirk, although he's not fun to look at,
he can play.
He can outright play.
You would have given up something.
Nootbaar was
definitely going.
I'm fine with that.
Sure.
I would have been fine with it. Knowing what Sean Murphy is and Alejandro Kirk, what they are now.
But knowing Mo, you also probably would have given up something. Like something would have hurt. Worse than Newt.
I don't know. I think Newt was the gold nugget that everybody wanted in those trades. I think he was.
That I agree with.
So if you had whatever else was thrown in the deal, Newt was the piece, the closer. So if that's the case and you gave up, I don't know, Zach Thompson and blah, 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 and Lars Nootbaar. If Zach Thompson and player X, Y, or Z pan out, really, it's not a big deal.
Right.
If it's Newt, if he would have skyrocketed to, Gold Glove outfielder and Silver Slugger award, then you're like, okay, that hurt. Otherwise, I'm fine with the deal. Sean Murphy, great. Alejandro Kirk, that guy just does nothing but rake. So it would have been interesting to see what you would have spent your money on that offseason.
So let's get into it then, right? Let's see here. I think it was 2022, 23 MLB free agents. Can we identify the Mo pitcher?
No, I want to pick my pitcher.
No.
I know.
You have to identify the Mo pitcher, the guy that Mo would have went for. So that year, Carlos Rondon would have been available, but he signed a 6-year deal with the Yankees. Probably wasn't going to sign here.
No.
Clayton Kershaw, Jacob deGrom, Nathan Eovaldi, Chris Bassett, Tyler Anderson, Justin Verlander, Kyle Gibson, found it. Corey Kluber, Martin Perez, Sean Manaea, Jose
Sean
Quintana.
Manaea would have been the one.
Sean Manaea.
I think because he was the hot ticket. The Cardinals were rumored in on him beforehand.
Wouldn't have cost a lot.
No, I think that to me, that to me is the Mo deal right there.
I thought Eovaldi would have been a good signing too, because he ended up going and winning the World Series with Texas and was a huge part of that rotation.
He would have been a great signing.
Yeah.
Would Mo have done it?
Oh.
So I think Mo would have.
Well, no, he didn't do it.
Mo seems more like a. I got it. Fetty.
Oh no.
Fetty signed with the KBO team.
He wouldn't have done that. Mo would not have been dumpster diving because he would have had a good chunk of change to spend.
I don't know. I mean, there's some. I like the nature of the question. Now that I look at the starting pitchers that could have been available, I take back what I said. I don't know if he would have been worse.
Well, and who's to say that money even would have went to a starting pitcher? Could have went to a re-signing of somebody.
Right. Yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Who really knows?
Question number 2.
The Waterboy says, welcome back, Marsh. You've had some interesting bets and choices the last several shows. When you guys go into making a bet, what is your mindset to get a great bet? I did notice that a lot of the bets for my Bet the Board were horrible. Was Bradford making bets for me? That's what I was under the assumption.
Yeah,
of.
Bradford kind of did you wrong
Yeah, it
a
was
couple of
unbelievable.
times.
We told him, he said, Bradford.
Okay, so he didn't actually do it. Gotcha. That's what I'm reading.
No. Bradford,
that's what I'm reading.
It's a little aggressive.
Yeah.
And he said, no. And he said, never mind, guys. I'm doing it. And so he placed the bets.
Yeah.
I don't believe you guys at all, actually.
Oh, seriously, you go back and check it out on the
I think I might. I think I might.
Yeah.
And when I circle back, will you guys be telling the truth?
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
We helped offer picks.
Yeah.
But ultimately, at the end of it, Bradford's the one who put him in the computer.
So he's the one that picked the table tennis player.
Well, we offered it as we had an MLB game.
Yeah.
And Carey, his true passion is table tennis.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And he had it up on his computer.
Gotcha.
And then when we came back from a break, Bradford said, what are you watching there? He said, oh, table tennis. And then there was another match coming up.
Oh.
And so Bradford said, I really like this, and got in on the action. And we told him, we thought, that's a random bet.
Mm-hmm.
We think you should stick to MLB. And Bradford said, go fast lane yourself.
He did, in a typical Bradford fashion. He added a word, though, that we can't pronounce.
Yeah, it was really tough.
He said, you guys are...
Foreign, something like that.
Yeah. Anyways,
No, I don't believe you guys, actually.
You're fine, Marshy.
Okay.
So I also have to hit like a 10-leg parlay to get back in it, I guess.
Yeah, you'll be great. You'll be fine. Do we have the updated standings for Bet the Board? Or are you still working on it?
I'm still working on it. Got to figure out which table tennis player that was.
Uh-huh.
So.
Well, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Sure.
Question number 3.
That guy was leading, Carey said.
He was up a set.
Yeah.
He really was.
From the 618.
Just didn't work out.
Nope.
So he lost.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did. From 618, what's the best thing you've seen a former athlete do to give back to their community? Was it build something or whatever? What's on your mind?
Wow. So many guys have done so many great things. To me, the greatest things that athletes have done is stuff that you don't hear about.
Yeah, that's a good call.
They don't have the publicist there. They don't have the team website there. They don't they're just off doing their thing. This guy wasn't an athlete, but certainly in the world of athletics, and that was Mike Ilitch in Detroit.
Yeah.
I mean, and his legacy still continues. Like, he paid Rosa Parks' apartment until she passed away. And he also donated money every year. He bought up 3 or 4 or 5 city blocks of downtown Detroit. I've told you this. And started a committee in Detroit. And so now, if you want to have a business in downtown Detroit, you have to submit your business plan, what the cost is, how long to be profitable, all these things.
Yeah, you can't just pop up.
And then he'll lease you the building with the intentions to purchase it down the road. So he gives all these people the chance to eventually own their own building, because he understands that leasing is just sucking money out of the company. If there's an end goal of owning it, then that's better. And you should see what downtown Detroit looks like now. It's unrecognizable. And that's because he wanted the city of Detroit to improve. And so that's somebody in the athletic world that made a huge difference.
Well done. Warwick Dunn, former running back for the Bucks and the Falcons. It always tears at me when I hear about his Homes for the Holidays program. So he started that when he was still playing in the late 90s. His mother was a police officer that was shot when he was a young child. I think he had him and his brother, and his mother was off duty and was going to a gas station, I think, to get the boys' milk or something like that, and she was shot and killed, leaving Warwick Dunn and his brother, obviously without a mother. So since 1997, Warwick Dunn has bought and paid and furnished a home for a single mother every single Christmas.
That's awesome.
That's
so
amazing.
I mean, there's so many different charities. That is one that stood out to me.
Our buddy Jay Delsing, who is listening, and he wrote here, Arnold Palmer and Jack Nicklaus started 4 children's hospitals.
Wow.
Billions of dollars.
Excellent.
raised.
Good for them. Fantastic.
Thank you for that, Jay.
Yeah, thanks, Jay.
We got a text from the 314. Just tuned in, but Marsh, they're totally telling the truth, man. They had your back the whole time.
Thank you. Yeah.
I don't believe you guys at all.
You know, our listeners have our backs, and this is just another example of that. So thank you, listeners, for holding Jamie and I to the standards that we set forth.
You swallow the key. That's what it is.
Yep.
You know, when you're part of the fast lane, what happens in the fast lane stays in the fast lane. We call it putting everything in the vault. Good luck getting in.
And good luck getting out.
Hey, and you know what? Good luck in your table tennis match.
Yeah, I'm sure it went well. I'm sure you won.
You guys are good.
They were 1 set to 1 set each at one point.
Oh, yeah,
and he was a massive underdog. So it was a hell of a pick by Bradford.
Yeah. No. Again, we don't know if he won or not, but still, Bradford did you right.
At least if he didn't win, it wasn't a blowout.
Correct.
Like they predicted.
Yes. Sports Six Pack Part 2 is next. Keep those questions coming in. 314-399-9646. It's Air Comfort Service text line. Part 2, Sixer, next on 101 ESPN.
Cheap, fun. Let's get dirty at your local Dirt Cheap, and there's lots of them out there. New locations in Fredericktown, Washington, and Hillsborough, and a brand new location right there in Wentzville. They've got tremendous inventory always. I've told you guys about this, whether it's a weekend get-together, a birthday party, pool party, going to the lake, float trips, or just an afternoon at the house. You can find all of your favorites at Dirt Cheap. Unbelievable selection of all the beers that you're looking for. Those canned cocktails are readily available as well. Great wines, red, white wine, the rosé, the champagne even, a little bit of bubbly from time to time because you never know what you're celebrating. Our friends at Dirt Cheap want to celebrate with you. They've got all the little airplane bottles, the little shooters, the little buckets of Fireball. I mean, you name it, they've got. That's why they're called the One-Stop Party Shop. And you can also check out a bunch of things, too, online at cheapcheapfunfun.com. Again, that's cheapcheapfunfun.com. You can also download the Dirt Cheap Rewards app and start saving immediately. You can also place a pickup or delivery order on the app, and you can join the exclusive Bourbon Club, which I'm a member of. So please, again, visit Cheap Cheap Fun for any questions you've got out there. And remember to have fun, but be careful out there.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals pick up a victory yesterday against the Colorado Rockies. Final score 6-2. They're back in action tonight with Eric Fetty on the mound, going up against Bradley Blaylock. First pitch is at 7:40. We have part 2 of our Sports Six-Pack coming up next. So get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. We'll do part 2 coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by
Saliga
Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six-Pack is now.
Part 2 of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. Air Comfort Service text line still open, 314-399-9646. Marshy, question 4, please.
Yeah, you guys are liars.
What? What do you mean?
What's a complimentary pick? What does that mean?
Well,
What are you talking about?
Bradford gave his complimentary pick,
Yeah.
which was his pick,
What's your problem?
not your pick.
We don't even know if the guy lost.
No, I looked it up. He lost.
Barely.
Well, what's his name? Kaminsky
Yeah.
against Wisniewski.
Right.
Yeah, James's brother.
Yeah, no, Wisniewski won 3-1.
Yeah, but at one point it was 1-1.
It was. Well, at one point it was 1-0.
That has made me
1-0.
feel better.
It's true.
I don't know
Either
what
way,
to say it. Table
It is
tennis.
what it is. It is what it is. We'll move on.
Well, Marshy, what was your pick that you sent in?
Well, I didn't send one because in the past, Bradford or whoever's running the board, I usually just let them pick for me, so they feel, I don't know, incorporated into the show.
Oh, he did?
No. If I would have known that you guys were gonna sideswipe me, I would have taken the time to send something in.
In fairness, Andrew, over the last 2 to 3 months, anybody who misses their picks.
Well, that's just you guys.
Yeah, no, I know, but anybody who misses their picks, what kind of a pick do they get?
Well, they get a terrible pick.
Yeah. See, what I'd like to do, I'd like to call this, we included you in the group. So instead of you looking at it as we tried to sideswipe you.
That's not what we did in the past.
I want you to consider it to be a big hug. We're hugging you.
Yeah.
You can take your hug and you can go somewhere else with it.
Well, that's not very nice, Marshy.
Okay.
But it's okay.
Some people
That's
like
on me.
my hugs.
That's on me. That's on me. I'll be better next time.
Good job, Marshy. Good job.
There you go. Finally got
Question number 4.
All right. Here we go. From the 217. Which Blues player do you guys believe will progress, and which player do you believe will regress in this upcoming season?
Why do we got to go negative? I mean, come on. All right. Progress. I think Philip Broberg will progress the most. I mean, because you can't say Dylan Holloway. I mean, the kid had 63 points last year. If he has 75 this year, I mean, he's progressing, but it's not like...
Huge jump.
Had he played the whole season, he only played 77 games, probably had another 4 or 5 points. Would have been a 65-point player for sure. Hard to really progress from that. Whereas I think that Philip Broberg will really progress this year. And as far as a regress, gosh, I don't like that. But if I was going to pick somebody, and I hate to do this, because I just love this guy to death. I just love him. But Oscar Sundquist.
Oh, come on, Jamie.
No, but look, even if Sonny was here right now, I'm not picking the individual. I'm playing the odds on this one. He's getting older. He's had really bad injuries, ACL reparation. He's had other things go on. Like, I worry. That's all. I'm being genuine there because I just hate to see guys take steps backwards because of injury, because of their health, not because they're not good players.
Yeah, of course. Absolutely.
Those are my picks.
Okay.
You? No. Screw you.
I was waiting for you to hit
No.
Question 5.
No. Your turn, and you're playing this one too, Marshy.
Oh, yeah, because of the hug. I forgot.
That's right.
Yeah,
I
you're part
hugged
of the
you.
show now.
I'm not letting you go.
Oh, no.
Boy, you kind of took a good one there in Philip Broberg. Why don't we go with Jimmy Snuggerud?
Oh, I like that one.
He will progress. I got another one, too, based on last year.
For progress?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pavel Buchnevich.
Yeah, but I don't know about that because...
I'll stick with Jimmy Snuggerud then.
Yeah, because Pavel was way above what he was last year. So he had the regression this past year. So him going back to what he was, it's not really progress. It's going back.
Take it easy. I already said Jimmy Snuggerud. All right, Marshy, who do you got?
To progress, I'm going to say Dylan Holloway. I think he takes what he did this past year, and I think he, continues being the player that we all think that he can be, and that is a point per game player.
Yeah, I
for
agree.
a full 82.
Okay.
Stays healthy to regress. Man, that's a tough question. Might have to throw, unfortunately, might throw Justin Falk in there.
Yeah, that's possible. Another guy who's...
He's getting older.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully all these guys just go straight up.
Through the roof.
How long until you think Dylan Holloway gets a chance to play with Robert Thomas?
There's a part of me that, and this is kind of insane to say, I don't necessarily want him on that line. I want him with Jordan Kyrou.
I understand that, but hear me out.
Spread the wealth.
Hear me out. Robert Thomas is your best puck distributor by far. Okay?
Yeah.
And Pavel Buchnevich is also a good distributor, very smart player. You got Dylan Holloway, who could just potentially be a scoring moose on that left wing.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I think you have to see what it looks like.
I'm sure we will see it at some point.
And then if you drop Snuggie down with Kyrou and Shen, I don't know if that's... I guess what I'm saying is I don't know if Jimmy Snuggerud is a first-line player for 82 games, his first time out of college.
For sure.
It could be a lot.
I mean, if the lines that you have on opening night are the lines that you go with the entire year, you're probably winning the Stanley Cup, right? So at some point, you're going to switch the lines up throughout a season. So I would not be shocked. Well, hopefully we don't see it for... Well,
what if they start with that?
They could. I don't know.
And they say, "Screw this. Let's put this line on steroids here."
Well,
whoa, can't do that. That's
not like no.
Like just, hypothetical.
It would be a ban.
Hypothetical juice.
Hypothetical juice. Mm-hmm. Not the real stuff because they test for that all the time.
Oh yeah. That'd lead to a lot of suspensions. We don't want that.
I would like to see that second line start the way that it should have finished before Dylan Holloway got injured.
Okay.
Because I really like him with Jordan Kyrou. I thought that unless you want to put Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou, and Dylan Holloway on the same line.
You could certainly give it a shot. But I guess what I'm worried about is that you have Robert Thomas, who's your best player. He had 81 points in 70 games, would have been a 95-point player last year. I don't want to see a revolving door on his wing.
I agree.
It's
I agree with
Snuggie.
that.
He gets tired. He's inconsistent because he's first year out of college. Then
Right.
you go to Neighbors. He goes for a little while. Then you go to Holloway for a little while. Then you go to whoever for a little while. Your number one center deserves better than that.
Oh, I agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Well said, Jim.
Question number 5.
From 618, what is the best halftime / intermission entertainment you've seen or see that is the most unique? Is there a team that just does it better than everyone else?
Wow. I haven't seen a whole lot of the Super Bowl is the one you see. When I was playing, so I didn't see anything. And then even as a broadcaster, during the intermissions, you have stuff you're doing. You're talking to your producer. You're getting video ready. You're talking about what you're going to come back with. You go to the bathroom. You get a glass of water. I'm not sitting there glued to the intermission.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I will say that as far as pregame shows go and things like that, the Vegas Golden Knights do a wonderful job of entertaining their crowd beforehand. But I haven't seen enough halftime / intermissions to really add good value here.
No, I'm with you. I don't even watch the halftime show for the Super Bowl. That's when I get my food.
It's crazy.
And I get another drink.
Do you mix in the water at halftime?
No. I think
I never do.
Not
Is that
typically.
bad? Because
Yes.
they tell you.
Yeah.
For every 2 drinks, have a water.
Yep.
But I'm like, well, I'm just watering down my buzz, man.
Yeah. Well,
No.
yeah, it's supposed to replace some of the, you're dehydrating yourself.
I
So
put those big cubes in the glass.
Yeah.
It's water.
No, I think they need you to do more though.
Really?
From a water hydration standpoint.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I think Prince had the best Super Bowl halftime show.
Oh,
That's
Darth
my favorite.
007 just said the same thing.
Nice.
Prince's Super Bowl halftime
Yeah.
show. No contest.
Wanted it to rain harder.
Really?
Rockstar.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Purple rain. And the rain, too. It was
And the
very
rain.
dramatic.
Yeah, it was very poetic.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Not poetic.
Okay.
Theatric.
Question number 6.
From the 314, would you rather have the DeWitts move the team to Nashville?
No.
Or just sell
No.
the team?
Sell. I'd
Yeah,
rather have
just
them
sell the
sell.
team.
We're not
Yeah.
losing the damn team.
Come on.
Come on. Can you imagine St. Louis without baseball? No chance.
No.
It's sell the team every day. Never mind Nashville. Screw off.
Agreed.
Get your
outta
own
here.
team.
Yeah. Nashville. Losers.
Got him.
Yeah.
All right. You got him, Anthony.
Will Nolan Arenado be more open to possibly being dealt at the deadline? That's next on 101 ESPN. we do need a new Gauntlet contestant, so if you want to text into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line, so feel free. If you want to play the Gauntlet, if you've never played in it, great. If you haven't played it in a while, send on in, text to Gauntlet, and maybe I'll have a chance to play one of us. It's Fastline on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis will join us from Big Ten Media Days in Las Vegas in about 10 minutes or so. We do have the Gauntlet coming up in 10 minutes, but before we do that, I was thinking about this, gentlemen. Do you guys think that Nolan Arenado would be more open to waiving his no-trade clause because the Cardinals clearly are not going to be a contender this year? Do you think he'd be more open to go to different teams?
Possibly. I don't know that, though, to be a fact. So the number one team out there because of their situation will be the Dodgers. Muncy's got the bad ankle there. Mm-hmm. I haven't heard a timeline on that, but it looked pretty bad.
Yeah.
So the Dodgers, you'd think, would be the first. He's from California, the L.A. area, I believe.
Yeah.
In and around. Southern Cal.
Yeah, he's a Southern Cal.
Somewhere in there. Yes, he would definitely do that for the Dodgers. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt. Now, who else would you be thinking of that would actually... the Phillies have popped into the conversation.
I think the Yankees are a possibility.
Yeah.
And the other team that could be interesting... the Detroit Tigers.
I think he would say absolutely not to the Tigers.
Even though they have the best record in baseball and will absolutely have an opportunity to play
but
in the playoffs.
Weren't the Tigers on the board in the offseason? And he was like, there's no chance.
I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. Do you think things have changed?
I don't.
Are you the starting quarterback now, Mox?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be the Tigers. I don't think he changes for the Tigers. I think he'd go to the Yankees, but again, I don't know how much the Yankees want him. I feel like anytime he gets brought up in conversation with the Yankees, they get doused pretty quickly by Yankees people. I don't know why. I mean, obviously his offense isn't what it used to be. But you're not getting any offense out of that spot right now for the Yankees.
No, it's been dreadful.
It's been a bad year for you at third base.
They've just put whoever's playing third base that night. They just put him ninth in the order.
Yeah.
Like, listen, we know you stink.
Yeah,
we're trying to fix this.
So, do I think he'd go to the Phillies and think? Would the Cardinals trade within the National League though? I guess they would if the Dodgers are on the table.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think there's a select group of teams. I think he'd go to. I don't know if he'd go to the Mets. I just don't know if Nolan Arenado is the big market guy.
Here's the other question. Another viewpoint.
Yeah.
If Arenado were merely average offensively, league average offensively, because right now he's below.
Yeah.
But if he were merely average offensively, would you keep him?
No, he's in the way, man. Okay, so let me take that back. He's not in the way because Gorman's hurt, and you don't know what you've got for third base. Is Sajasi a regular third baseman? I don't know. But why would you keep Nolan Arenado? A declining player, even if he's average, he's a declining player making big bucks. I just don't see why you would keep him.
I'm just asking the question.
I'm bouncing it back to you.
Jeez.
What do you think? Since you held back on your regressive player in the...
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
And listen, we can't go back. We're going forward.
We can certainly. I can pull it up right here, Anthony.
No, I'm probably trading Arenado if the deal makes sense, because I'm not just going to give him away.
Oh, I am.
You're just going to give? No, yeah. I'm not going to just give him away.
If someone will take his full contract, you can have him.
And I don't think that's going to be the case.
I know.
So I would rather say, hey, we'll take on the contract. Like, if I'm Bloom, I'm going to the DeWitts and say, look, I've got a deal on the table. They're going to take on a portion of the contract, but it's not going to be much. But I am going to get a decent prospect out. I'm not going to get a prospect haul, because he's an aging player and the offensive numbers have been in decline for the last couple of years. But I'm going to get a prospect in return, but you're going to have to eat a lot of this contract. And I'm going to try to convince the DeWitts to do that. If they told me to go chase myself, then I'll just hang on to him, and I'm probably going to have to wear this one for the next couple of years.
And I know we're up against it here, but quite honestly, if I'm John Mozeliak, I'm having a meeting, 3 consecutive meetings in a row before the trade deadline. I'm going to talk with Nolan Arenado and present him different options that might arise over the next 24 hours. What is he comfortable with? What are teams that he'd like to go to? Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking to Sonny Gray to see if he's changed his mind at all, and if he'd waive his no trade. And I'm talking to Wilson Contreras. You have to. They're the 3 outliers because the rest of your team is like 30 and under. And these guys are the 3 outliers for me. I've said before, everybody's on the table for me. If the deal is right, I'm making the deal because I'm thinking about the St. Louis Cardinals. That's it. And the fan base and everything that comes along with it. I'm not thinking about trying to limp into the wild card this year. I can't lose sight of what the actual mission is here. The mission is to rebuild a perennial, true contender. Ain't going to happen overnight. And the only way you do it to get the young players that you want is to get rid of some of the older players that are really good right now that people do want.
Yep. So it probably won't do much. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Gauntlet next.
All right. Are you absolutely tired of waking up every morning stressed out, wondering where the stock market started for you on your day? If you're losing money, gaining money, whatever that is, I've got a great suggestion for you. It's called farmland. I know, I'm not crazy. It's called farmland. And people like Warren Buffett and Bill Gates have invested in U.S. farmland, and there's a reason. You get steady returns, long-term growth, and real stability. So even when the market is up or down, it really doesn't affect your investment in farmland. Again, you get those steady returns, and every year there's appreciation to that. And for 14 years, my friends over at AgVest have helped leading financial institutions and people manage over $900 million in farmland deals, and they are licensed in 10 states. And hey, if you own farmland and you're trying to maximize it, call AgVest. They can help you maximize the value with full service management from sourcing and diligence to rent and tenant selection. All you got to do, call the founder, my guy, Chris Bronner. Tell him Jamie Rivers sent you in. His number, 618-520-7022. Again, that's 618-520-7022. Or you can always visit agvestadvisors.com. Buy land. They're not making it anymore.
warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
It's Fastline on 101 ESPN 4:02. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. With Andrew Marsh and James Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. And we got our guy, Carey Davis, live from Las Vegas from the Big Ten Media Days. What's up, CD?
Hi, what's going on, fellas? How's it going?
Good, man. You sound good. Are you, the hotel room or in the lobby? You at a Starbucks?
Well, I am in the hotel room. I was in the lobby. It was a little bit loud, and I didn't want too many people to be passing through, and you all not be able to hear my my wonderful voice.
Oh, excellent, CD.
Good thinking, man.
We appreciate you, man. Yeah. All right, so time for the gauntlet when we have listener Zach on the line. What's up, Zach?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Doing great, man. Appreciate you listening. Thanks for playing. Would you like to take on, in round 1, Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me?
I think I'd like to take on you, Stalter.
Ooh. Is it a revenge spot?
No, this is my first time.
Okay, all right.
He just doesn't like you.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah. Zach, good luck, man.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Thank you.
Get out of here, Anthony. All right, Zach. Well, Anthony makes his way to the cone of silence. Tell my guy, Marshy, to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, Marshy.
All right, so was there a strategy with Anthony at all?
No, absolutely not. I didn't think I was going to get through, so I didn't have any thoughts going into this.
All right, well, if you listen a lot, what is a category that Anthony Stalter has gotten a ton of this year?
Well, I know he's been really good at hockey, so I'm kind of hoping it's not that.
Yeah, dude, I'm sorry, Zach. The wheel hates all listeners. You got hockey.
Yeah, all right. Well, let's do it.
All right, you get 4 questions. If you answer them without the options, you get 2 points. If you use the options, you get 1 point. Of course, a wrong answer is 0 points as well. And if we end up tied, there will be a tiebreaker. That will be a closest to the pin question. And at the end of it, we'll get a winner here in the gauntlet. Zach, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Here, question 1. Roman Polak played 424 games with the St. Louis Blues. He played the next most games in his career with which other team?
I'm going to need the options there.
All right. Was it the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Dallas Stars, or the San Jose Sharks?
The Dallas Stars, final answer.
Question number 2. Kevin Shattenkirk played for 7 different teams in his NHL career. Name the only Central Division team he played for aside from the Blues.
Just going to take a shot in the dark here. The Minnesota Wild, final answer.
Question number 3. Kevin Shattenkirk wore number 22 for the majority of his career and most of his time in St. Louis, aside from 1 year with the Blues, where he wore which other number?
Options.
Options are 2, 12, or 21.
We'll go with 12, final answer.
All right, Zach. Final question. Jake Neighbors played his WHL games with which team? So which team did he play for while playing junior hockey in the WHL?
Getting the options there, too.
Was it the Erie Otters, the Edmonton Oil Kings, or the Brandon Wheat Kings?
We'll go with the first one, the Otters, the final answer.
All right. Thank you. We'll get our guy Anthony back in here. Zach, before he gets in here, how you feel, man?
Oh, awful. That's probably 0 right there.
All righty then. All right, we got Anthony back here from the Cone of Silence. Anthony, pretty quiet in there today, huh?
Yeah, no Mike Ryder, no Graham Francis, no anybody. Just me and my thoughts, Jamie, which can be scary.
Yeah, I was going to say. Good thing we're back in here.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Category. Hockey.
Yes.
Pack a lunch.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm always ready for hockey, baby.
Question 1. Roman Polak played 424 games with the St. Louis Blues. He played the next most games in his career with which other team?
Don't open up that door. Don't open up that Roman Polak door. Toronto. Final answer.
Question number 2. Kevin Shattenkirk played for 7 different teams in his NHL career. Name the only Central Division team he played for aside from the Blues.
Chat Deuces? Oh, man. He was a Ranger. Of course, is not a Central Division team. Let me roll through this. He wasn't a Jet? Wasn't a Star? Was he an Avalanche? I don't remember being anything. Yeah, he was I'll say Avalanche. Final answer. I can't remember him being anything else.
Question number 3. Kevin Shattenkirk wore number 22 for the majority of his career and most of his time in St. Louis, aside from 1 year with the Blues, where he wore which other number?
So he's been Chat Deuces to me. Options.
Is it 2, 12, or 21?
2, 12, or 21? In honor of Ozzy, shot in the dark, let's say 21. Final answer. Sorry.
Yeah, okay.
That's right.
My bad.
All right, last question. Jake Neighbors played his WHL games with which team? So what junior hockey team did Jake Neighbors play for in the WHL?
Oh, you and I were just talking about this.
Yeah, we were.
Options is what you said.
Yeah. Was it the Erie Otters, the Edmonton Oil Kings, or the Brandon Wheat Kings?
That last name sounds made up. Edmonton Oil Kings and who?
Erie Otters and Brandon Wheat Kings.
Yeah, Brandon Wheat Kings. That's a person. Give me the Edmonton Oil Kings for 500, please. Final answer.
You thinking of Brandon Whedon?
Yeah. Former quarterback, Cleveland Browns.
The Brandon Wheat Kings are really a team.
Nah.
Yeah, they really are. All right,
Where did Brandon Whedon play his college ball?
Oklahoma State.
Yes, sir, Carey Davis.
Carey.
He was a Cowboy.
Good call. Okay.
For 10 years.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm going to go in a little bit of a mixed up order here. Question 1. Roman Polak played 424 games with the St. Louis Blues. He played the next most games in his career with which other team? Zach took the options, said the Dallas Stars. Anthony, with no options, says the Toronto Maple Leafs. Carey, answer is?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
It sure was. Anthony up 2-0. Let's go to question 3. Kevin Shattenkirk wore number 22 for the majority of his career and most of his time in St. Louis, aside from 1 year with the Blues, where he wore which other number? Options for Zach, he said 12. No options. Oh, no, options for Anthony. He said, let's go with Ozzy. Yeah, 21. Marshy, answer is?
It's 12.
12.
You didn't let me finish. It's 21.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Verse,
No,
which is
yeah.
12.
Yeah, you were looking in a mirror.
Just give me the point.
Yeah. All right, 2-1 after 2 questions. Let's go to the final question here. Question 4. Jake Neighbors played his WHL games with which team? Zach took the option, said the Erie Otters. Anthony also took the option, said the Edmonton Oil Kings, because the Brandon Wheat Kings, that's made up.
Correct.
Carey, answer is?
As Jamie said, the Brandon Wheat Kings are a real team, but it's not them. It's the Edmonton Oil Kings.
Edmonton Oil Kings. So here's how it sits. Anthony's up by 2 going into the final question. where neither of you used the options.
Son of a Zach.
So here we go.
Okay.
And one of you is right, by the way.
Which question was this?
Yeah, this is question 2. Kevin Shattenkirk played for 7 different...
7's the number.
Different teams in his NHL career. Name the only Central Division team he played for aside from the Blues. Without the options, Zach said the Minnesota Wild. Without the options, Anthony said the Colorado Avalanche. Answer is...
It's the Colorado Avalanche.
Zach.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Not today.
Oh, man, Anthony got you 5-1 today, Zach, but you kind of knew you were in trouble, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm just glad I got 1 point on the board. No shutout.
Darn right you did.
Anthony's been in the zone, man. He's in the zone with hockey this year.
A little bit.
Yeah, proud of you.
Thank you.
You're growing
Jamie,
up, man, right in front of our eyes.
Good job, Zach.
I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you. Zach, thank you, man.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right,
Appreciate it.
take care, buddy.
Take care.
See you, Zach.
Yep, see ya.
Nice job, man.
I couldn't remember Shattenkirk playing for anybody else. Like,
Well,
I was trying to
If
eliminate.
you stop to think about it,
He was traded here from Colorado.
how did the Blues acquire Kevin Shattenkirk?
Oh, I would have.
They traded Eric Johnson for Kevin Shattenkirk and Chris Stewart
that's
from the Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, I'll be honest. I just
Carey knew it.
I couldn't picture.
I did.
I couldn't picture him playing for any other. Like I knew he wasn't Dallas. I knew it wasn't Minnesota. So
Yeah. Well, it
Process
doesn't matter.
elimination.
You got the W, buddy.
how would you have done? Killed it? You would have known the neighbors.
This would have been a bloodbath.
Yeah.
I knew the neighbors. Shattenkirk, the number. What was the first question?
Roman Pollock.
Yeah, it would have been a bloodbath again.
Well,
So,
good.
Good for you.
Yeah. We already saw the bloodbath
Job, Anthony.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Carey, thank you. I appreciate
Carey, by the way, he's got the red tint on his screen.
you. Yeah.
It's like you just have
Is it
like
red?
it's like you
It
have a
looks
heat
red.
lamp on in your room.
I don't know. It's just I've been working with the lighting. I feel like a movie director.
Yeah.
Trying to get the lighting correct, to make sure that you all can see me properly. Had to adjust the desk in here. Yeah, there's a lot of work going on. A lot of furniture moving.
A lot of stuff that happens on the road, huh, Carey?
Yeah.
I know that. Now, those snacks behind you and those waters, those aren't complimentary. I mean, sometimes even if you pick them up, it costs you $12 immediately.
This is true. So you can't even touch them. We did purchase some of the snacks on our own because when you realize that those snacks cost money,
Yes.
you don't touch those.
No.
Good call.
And the bar, you stay out of the mini bar because if you even if you pick a drink up, they assume that you drank it.
Yeah, it's all
And it's gonna cost
computerized.
you $25. Yep.
I learned that
Kinda
2
ridiculous.
years ago. I was fumbling through the mini bar fridge, and you can't really see anything. I was looking for like what they had for bourbons, whatnot. Go to checkout, and I had like the little thing of cashews. So I was like, okay, I'm pot committed for like $11 or $12 here. They're like, that's $120. Whoa, what? I said, yeah, well, it looks like the. I said, no. I'll go up there right now. I didn't. I moved them. Oh yeah, well the sensor goes off. I'm like, well, ain't that something? So be careful, Carey.
Yeah. I trust me, I know.
Have fun, but be careful out there in Vegas.
Yes.
Yeah, indeed.
Cheap,
That's right. All right, you know what? Let's pick Carey's brain on the old Big Ten media days. Let's,
baby.
What is he hearing out there in Vegas? What's the scuttlebutt? We'll talk to CD about that next on 101 ESPN. Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh, and our guy Carey Davis live from his hotel room in Las Vegas.
I thought you said alive. Yeah, I'm alive and well.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
no,
happy
definitely.
about that,
Yeah.
Carey.
You know, it's funny that you say that, Carey. Marsh said, hey, Carey is alive, or is going to be alive coming up soon. And I'm like, well, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would hope so. Now, I would tell you this. I was flying to Vegas last night, and I will show you the video of these thunderstorms. It was crazy.
It's bad, huh?
It was really bad. It was off in the distance, but it looked kind of crazy. Looked a little scary.
Well, look.
But no, I am alive. I am well, and I guess I am live with you all right now.
Yeah, darn right you are. By the way, in 10 minutes, we got Xavier Scott, Illinois' defensive back, for a team in the Fighting Illini that I know Carey's excited about. But Carey, give us kind of the most interesting scuttlebutt you're hearing right now at Big Ten Media Days.
Well, I think everyone is talking a little bit about the college football playoff, and you get to listen. I didn't hear all of the coaches. I only heard Coach Bielema, Coach Gianni, and Cignetti. I listened to those guys. Had an interview that I had to take care of after that. So, but college football playoffs, I think a lot of people are happy with how things are going, but I think there's always people that want to tweak what you're doing in terms of, do you want to have 16 teams? We talked about it a couple of weeks ago, how, they shifted around the first four, so it's no longer the top four conferences, but the top four teams, which I love. Did maybe get a little bit, I think one of the coaches said something about Coach Drinking saying, I don't think we need 30 teams, but Illinois, he might have said that. But, we just talking about just football, man. I think every coach here is excited about the upcoming season. You got about 6 weeks before the season kicks off. I know the Illini kick off on August 29th. But, yeah, I think it's an opportunity for all of these coaches and their players to experience, just the media day and kind of the hubbub of what's going on out here in Vegas, which is crazy because when I was playing, it was always in Chicago. So great environment, great hotel. It's going to be a good time.
Carey, do you get the sense that coaches want playoff expansion, or are they fine with the current format?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, Coach Bielema mentioned about possibly a play-in game for conferences. I think each coach has their own way of looking at it, and I think it really depends on where you are. You know what I mean? If you're Ohio State and Oregon, teams that are nationally ranked in the top 5, top 10, you don't care about all of that. You know that your team is generally speaking going to recruit well and have some of the top players in the country. So that opportunity is genuinely always going to be there. And then you got some teams that could potentially be on the bubble, kind of like what Indiana was and what Illinois could potentially be this year, whether or not they're actually into the tournament. Your mindset might be a little bit different. So I think it's a dependent upon who the coach is and what the program is. But I think generally speaking, compared to what we had in the past, BCS, where you just get a point system where they figure out who are the top teams, and then you had the 4-team playoff to now where you're at 12 and potentially at some point expanding to 16. I think 16 is a good number. Sweet 16 is a great time in the tournament in the NCAA. So I think 16 will be awesome. And you'll get the best football available.
Now, I know that, Jamie, I'm not going out on a limb by saying this. I think you're going to choose your own conference, Carey, but maybe you've got backing for it. Has the Big Ten overthrown the SEC for best conference in college football?
Oh, boy.
I mean, the last 2 national champs came from the Big Ten. Anthony, I don't want to toot our own horn, but I think the ball that's being played best is in the Big Ten right now. I think you got a lot of teams that are. I mean, college football is great, no matter what division. I joke a lot about the SEC, but those guys have some outstanding athletes, some outstanding teams, and that it's going to be a battle. I was raised in the Big Ten, so I'm always going to be have a sweet spot, a soft spot in my heart for them. But I think Oregon is going to be a good team. I think Ohio State is going to be a good team. James Franklin and Penn State, I think they're going to be a good team. We saw what Indiana was able to do last year and surprising a lot of people and making a college football playoff run. And a lot of people have picked and predicted Illinois to be in that conversation as well. So right there, that's 5 teams from the Big Ten. If you got 12, you're represented really well. So I think that's the expectation. Now, that's on paper. That doesn't do anything when it's game time. You got to go out there and you got to compete and you got to beat those teams. But I think that the Big Ten is going to be represented really well come playoff time.
All right, that's Carey Davis. He is out in Las Vegas for the Big Ten Media Days over the next couple of days. Jamie has got to head out because he's got a doctor's appointment. And we are going to chat with Xavier Scott, Illinois' one of Illinois' defensive backs. We'll talk to him about the upcoming season for the Fighting Illini, and I'm sure the expectations are very high for U of I, Carey's alum. So we'll talk to Xavier Scott next on 101 ESPN.
Anthony, there was a time not too long ago where just couldn't get out of a rut. Just couldn't. You know, whether it was trying to shed some body weight, get the results in the gym, the results at home, results in the bedroom, all of that stuff. It just wasn't the same because I was getting older. And low testosterone sucks. It just does. But if you don't identify it, you can't do anything about it. Headed into Mentality. They're the best in the business. I go to the Chesterfield location. Anthony's a South County guy. Get the same staff, both locations, too. Blood panel. They do a full-scale blood panel. Check out everything. I was low in testosterone, a couple other vitamins. And then they put me on my program, and that changed everything for me. Absolutely everything. I am so thankful for my friends over at Mentality.
Well, if you're like Jamie and I, and you're monitoring your health all the time, you're monitoring your attitude, your mental drive for things, especially when it comes to work. Jamie's got several businesses and different jobs. I've got several jobs that, we always have our hand in something, right? And then when it comes to the family aspect of it, you're always doing stuff, around the house. If you're constantly lagging, if you don't have the energy, you don't have the motivation, the fatigue is setting in, and you've tried different things like supplementation and nothing else is wrong under the hood, go down to Mentality. Mentality will help you up the free testosterone levels. Many doctors overlook that. Ensures that your treatment is tailored to your body. Jamie's program doesn't look like mine. But when it comes to your energy roaring back and the belly fat burning off, that muscle strength, you're going to love the way you feel. So check out Mentality or mentalityhealth.com/radio online, or visit the 2 locations. Tell them Jamie and Anthony sent you in there. But do something about it. You'll start to feel great again. It's Mentality.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. Carey is in Las Vegas right now for Big Ten Media Day. And so we're going to talk with Illinois' Xavier Scott. That is coming up next. So stay right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis, who is in Las Vegas right now for Big Ten Media Days. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie will be back with us tomorrow. He had to duck out a little early for a doctor's appointment. And we're going to be talking to Xavier Scott of the Illinois Fighting Illini. Of course, Carey, his alma mater. And boy, Scott has had just an unbelievable first two seasons for the Illini, Carey, and he is certainly, after being named first team All Big Ten 2024, he's a key factor in this Illinois defense coming up.
Oh, yeah, man. I love watching him play. He's a guy that covers really well, good speed, good athleticism. And so I'm looking forward to seeing what 2025 holds for this Illini defense because they get after the quarterback and they cover really well on the back end. So I'm looking forward to seeing them play ball this year.
Well, I'm looking forward to talking to Xavier Scott right now, who joins us via the Collier and Thompson phone line with Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. And Xavier, we appreciate you joining us. Congratulations already on the success that you've had thus far at Illinois. Looking forward to chatting with you today.
Yeah. What's going on? How y'all doing today?
We're doing great. Hey, just want to start here, Xavier. When you were recruited out of Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, and you went to Illinois, I have to imagine that the expectations for you guys, especially coming off last year, expectations have risen each and every year. Do you guys feel it this summer when you guys are practicing that the expectations are now through the roof for Illinois football?
Yeah. It's just new for the outside world, but as we understood what we was doing, we kind of stuck to the script and understood that, if we stick to the process that, success is going to come. So we kind of felt the success a little bit, but it's not nothing new to us. We kind of want to make this thing, a year after year type of thing, and that's what we kind of want to take the organization, and Coach B have done a great job doing that since he's been here.
Now, Xavier, you all play a ton of man-to-man. I got to expect that for a cornerback, you love that challenge to be able to go up against a guy one-on-one, knowing that you might have help with the safety over the top, or you might be by yourself. Talk to me through that process. How does that feel mentally, knowing that we're going to play a lot of man-to-man, and I'm probably going to be on the best receiver that I'm facing this week?
Yeah, I just take advantage of every challenge I get. I mean, I'm ready for the opportunity. So during the week, I kind of prepare myself knowing that I'm going to be a man-to-man to get some of the best wide receivers. So I kind of take that challenge on. That's just who I am. I'm a natural competitor, so that's nothing to me. I'm ready to compete and just, taking advantage of that opportunity, knowing, you do good and people see you do stuff like this. You can, go to the next level with that type of stuff. But, yeah, I just be ready for it. And then the safety helmet, that's a plus. You get that safety help, that's a plus for me. So I don't be dependent on that. So when I'm out there, man, I'm thinking I'm by myself for real. So that's how I approach it and how I take advantage of my opportunities.
When I talked to Coach Parker, your DB coach, he told me that he tells y'all you are by yourself. The same thing. It's kind of reiterated. You get help, you're blessed, but just assume you don't have any help, and it's man-to-man, and you are by yourself the entire time. I think that's awesome. Tell me about this experience right now. I talked to you downstairs briefly. You're down in Las Vegas at the Big Ten Lunch and Big Ten Media Day. Just talk to me about that experience and what this means for you to be selected by your coaching staff, by your teammates to come out here and represent the University of Illinois at Big Ten Media Day.
Yeah, that just shows that they kind of believe in me. They seen what I have done and the player I have become over my years, and it's definitely been an exciting moment just being out here, just with the best guys on the other teams and just having a little fun with it. People say there's you know what I'm saying, they be tired of it, but it's kind of cool. I actually kind of like it. It's more fun than people make it seem like. It's actually kind of fun to me. I don't know what they did and they other me today, but it's kind of cool to me, and I'm enjoying it every moment of it.
Xavier Scott.
Well, you got to go to Vegas. I'm sorry, Anthony. You got to go to Vegas. I think those other guys were either in Indianapolis or Chicago, so it's probably a little bit different for you.
Yeah, exactly. I heard they're in Indianapolis, and, you know, we close by, so they used to take that drive. We ended up being on a private jet, so, you know, that's a little bit different. They experience a little different than I, you know.
Indeed.
Xavier Scott joining us right now in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Xavier, a defensive back for the Illinois Fighting Illini, Carey's alma mater. Xavier, can you tell us about your coaching staff led by Brett Bielema, and, you know, what's it like playing for a coach that's got a long track record and somebody that obviously recruited you?
Yeah, Coach B is a great guy. I mean, like you say, he had a great track record. That what, you know, got me to the school. You know, people knowing who Coach B was, and, you know, got me in front of him and let me get the opportunity to play here. And then Coach B just being the guy who he is, you know, he has that track record. He's been around for a little minute, so he knows ball. But, you know, he took it a little bit different. Like, it's more than just a little bit ball, you know. So he's just helping us become better men outside the game of football. And then when it comes to X's and O's, you know, he's the guy for everything. When that comes, he's a football genius. So just being able to play for him has been a great opportunity.
And Xavier, you talked about the recruiting process. They came and got you from Florida. I played with a lot of Florida boys. That first winter was rough, man. How was that for you, seeing snow and being in that cold? You seem to have made the transition really well. How was that first winter in Champaign for you?
When I wasn't lacking, I was doubled up, tripled up. You know, I was on a lot of clubs out there. Yeah. I didn't even play like I used to be done, and I feel like it's no getting used to. Like, I don't see myself getting used to the cold, but like, I embrace it when it's an opportunity, especially when it comes down to playing football. I kind of embrace it, and then, you know, we got those heated benches. You know, I'm the first one on that heated bench with that big jacket on. So.
What's been the coldest environment thus far, Xavier?
Playing at Wrigley Field last year, that was probably the coldest game I played, and that was the coldest game for everybody. It was terrible. It was terrible out there.
It was cold for us calling the game.
Yeah, that grass was like carpet out there. That thing was rough.
So you all have great expectations coming into this season. Last year, obviously, no one expected Illinois to win 10 games. I am a product of Illinois. We've only had 6 10-win seasons in our history. Talk to me about, like, the level of excitement in comparison to years past, like going into this year, knowing that people have predicted you all to have double-digit wins, to potentially be in the college football playoffs. Do you feel pressure from that, or is it more excitement to go out there and prove people that you all are exactly what you were last year?
For sure, yeah. And it's not all about, you know, like proving, you know, the people. You know, we want to prove ourselves right, you know, just to show ourselves, like, you know, this process is working and the dedication is working. So, you know, you just want to prove ourselves right. I don't see it too much as pressure. You know, it's football at the end of the day. Now you just have a little bit more people on your side than against you, you know. That's all it is. I look at it for us. It's just a little stepping stone for us. And, you know, we just want to make this an every year type of thing where, you know, Illinois is, you know, in a conversation of different things like this.
Xavier, I got one more question for you. It's in relation to the Big Ten. I know you've played a couple of years now at Illinois. I got to ask you, and you don't have to add any like bulletin board material or anything like that, but I know Carey hated certain teams. Like not in terms of hated playing it, just hated them. In the Big Ten, is there a team right now that you can't stand?
That I can't stand.
More than any of them. And if Carey, if you want to throw out the one that you couldn't stand, maybe you guys are on the same page.
I was Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was always Michigan.
Yeah, for sure. I was just going to say Michigan. I don't know why. I ain't got nothing against them, but you just found the hate as you get there. Like, I just don't know what it is. Like, you just hate. Like, I just don't get it. But it's just a competitive game every time we play them. So you just begin to hate them a little bit, but it's nothing against them or as an organization. That's just how I feel. You know how we feel. Just
sure.
A little bit of hate.
Yeah, I get it. I like that though. Like sometimes you can't explain it. You just when you play Michigan, you rev it up a little bit more. Xavier, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. We know it's a busy week for you. Thanks for stopping by and having a chat with us. And best of luck. We're gonna be watching you guys play all season. That's for sure.
All right. Yeah, appreciate you too.
Thanks, Xavier.
Thank you.
All
right, so that was Xavier Scott from Illinois, and so there you go, Carey. It must be an Illinois thing. You just hate playing.
I mean,
the Wolverines.
it is what it is, man. It that team they kind of get all the breaks at times, and it's just life in the Big Ten. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So it comes with the territory.
Xavier had three total tackles and an interception that returned 20 yards against my Central Michigan Chippewas. So I had to get some bulletin board material out there for one of the teams in the Big Ten. So at least I got that. No, he was great. He was great, and obviously expectations are high for your Illinois Fighting Illini. That's for sure.
They are. I mean, defensively, like I said, they play so much man-to-man, and as a DB, I'm sure there are times where you're gassed, but those DBs cover really well. They do a great job. And Xavier Scott, to me, is one of the best DBs in the Big Ten, and potentially going to be one of the best DBs in the country. I felt like he had an opportunity to leave school early if he wanted to, and he probably did a good thing by coming back because his draft stock is only going to rise. So I'm looking forward to seeing him play this year and play against some of the top receivers in the country.
I'm looking forward to football, period, Carey. Can't wait.
Indeed, yes.
All right, this is Carey Davis live from his hotel room in Las Vegas, where he is attending Big Ten Media Days the next couple of days. Carey will be back in studio, Thursday, Carey? Friday?
Yes, sir.
All right, there you
Thursday.
go. Thursday. Michael McGreevy last night pitched very well in Colorado. Didn't start great, but he went 7 innings, retired 11 straight at one point. And this led to Brandon Kiley, our guy BK from BK and Ferrario, to tweet out that the Cardinals actually made the right call when it comes to McGreevy, not entering the starting rotation, but everything that transpired before McGreevy. Should McGreevy be the model to how the Cardinals bring up their young pitchers? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's Carey Davis, and if you are in the market for a new vehicle, then look no further than Missouri's first and only standalone Genesis dealership. That's right, Genesis of St. Charles can have you covered. They have a large selection of new Genesis models in stock, ready for you to take home today. Experience the luxury service at their brand new facility located at 5601 Veterans Memorial Parkway, right in St. Peter's off Mid Rivers Mall and Highway 70. Genesis of St. Charles can introduce you to the sweet life of benefits that are designed to exceed your expectations. If you don't see the model or the color you want, I doubt that you won't because they have everything there. But if you don't see it, they can help you build your dream Genesis and get you taken care of quickly. Genesis owners get complimentary scheduled maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first. And they get 24-hour, 24/7 luxury roadside assistance for 5 years. Whether you need a tire change, transportation to the nearest Genesis retailer, gas, and more, they have got you covered. If you're busy, you don't have time like me, you don't want to step into the facility, you never have to. You can build your Genesis entirely online with clear, upfront pricing, including the trade-in, and have it delivered up to 100 miles from the dealership. All you need to do is visit them online at genesisofstcharles.com. That's genesisofstcharles.com.
Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter. Got Carey Davis is in Las Vegas for Big Ten Media Days. So if his audio sounds a little different than ours, it's because he's on the road. But glad to have Carey for the next hour plus of the show. Jamie had to run to a doctor's appointment. He will be back tomorrow. BK last night tweeted out that following the Michael McGreevy start, he said, my take on Michael McGreevy, he's the rare card starting pitching prospect that wasn't rushed through the minor leagues, and that's partially why he's so prepared to start in the majors. I also think they were smart to keep him at AAA the first few months of 2025. I think he should have replaced Fetty in the rotation for his start before the break, but otherwise, I actually think they've been really smart in their handling of him, and I think he should, in some ways, be the model for future starting pitching developments. And again, that's our guy, Brandon Kiley, at BK Sports Talk on Twitter. Now, Carey, we didn't have an opportunity to talk to you earlier in the show about Michael McGreevy's start, but what's your take on not only McGreevy's start last night, but what BK tweeted out, and that maybe he should be the model in some respects for the Cardinals moving forward?
Well, I think you got to be careful because you might be giving the Cardinals credit for something. And that's something we don't normally do in these parts, is give the Cardinals credit for doing something right. And I think they did. I think they've done a good job being patient. I know we used to have the shirts that said be patient that Mo often talked about, but just being patient in developing those prospects, developing those players, and making sure that they are completely ready when they come up so that you don't have as much failure. You're going to have failure as a young player. That just comes with the process. You're going to have failure as a veteran player. But when you are older, you have more time under your belt of having success, which makes it easier to rebound. But no, I think they've done a great job. And I think, I understand the lack of wanting to force that young man in and forcing him to be, one of those fifth starters and removing either Michaelis or Fetty. I understand the kind of the friction there. But I also feel like at some point, he's proven, I think Wilson Contreras mentioned it, he's done a great job and he deserves the right to be here. You also want to reward those guys. So it's kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. You want to make sure that you give them the respect and the praise when they earn it, but you don't want to put them in a position to fail too much where they start to doubt themselves.
Sure. I will say this, though, and I know that BK said partially, and I do want to read this last part again. He said, and I think he being Michael McGreevy, should in some ways be the model future for starting pitching development. I understand where he's going, where he's coming from. You got a young pitcher. You were patient with him. You let him, develop at the minor league level, and then you brought him up. The problem with that is Andre Palante had such a nice spring training that you kept him out of spring training. Ollie Marmol was throwing him in certain spots as a reliever as a rookie, and Palante was proving that he can handle that. Now, they've transitioned him into the starting spot, but they didn't necessarily develop him, and it looks like he's going to be a fifth starter for you, right? My point is, you can't have just a carbon copy model for everything. And again, this BK is saying, I think in some ways he should be the model. It's almost like quarterbacks, so Carey. You might have a quarterback that can handle everything right away. He's got high football IQ. He's got the skills and all of that. And you get him on the field, and right out of the gates, he's fantastic. Then there's other guys. He's got the skills. Maybe a guy's got a skill set to be a quarterback, but when it comes to football IQ, diagnosing things pre-snap, post-snap, it just takes a little while. And I think this is how we move on maybe too quickly from guys, because we don't recognize that everybody develops at a different rate. And I get it, whether it's NFL, baseball, any sort of professional sport, it's very difficult when you have the pressure on you to win and show results right away, to be patient with a guy. But this is part of the job, to recognize whether or not somebody can make it at 21 or he needs to be 26, and that's just how the development goes for certain players.
Yeah, and it's not a one-size-fits-all for the development. Like, you can have hell, Anthony, we have children. Our children have the same parents, and you have children that are growing up in the same house, but they're different.
Yep,
so
no doubt.
If that can be different, you can definitely say that other people that aren't related and aren't growing up in the same house could be different.
Mm-hmm.
And so you have to be patient, but again, you also have to give them, have to release the ropes just a little bit when they do have success. And I think that Michael McGreevy did a fantastic job. I think he's done a fantastic job in his opportunities. I know yesterday got down a couple of runs, an error by Xavier Scott, which, gave up one of those runs, not McGreevy's fault, but, those things, it shows you kind of the maturation of a player as well. When things happen that are out of your control, how do you bounce back? How do you respond?
Yeah.
And so I think he's done a fantastic job and has earned that right. But again, like you said, it's on the coaching staff, and it is a tough task to try to prepare players to be prepared and play, and also have the patience to allow them to develop, because most times in this industry, you get 3 years, 5 years, and sometimes the player could take longer than that. I think about college football. Sometimes those guys aren't ready physically and mentally to play well until they're juniors, which is 3 years from when they got there. So, there is a balance, and which is why we give, in my opinion, so much credit to Doug Armstrong and what the Blues have done, because they have had to wait on players, but in the meantime, they didn't have to take too much of a step back, because they also had players there that were sufficient and could get the job done and hold the fort until those younger guys come and add some more support. So I think that that's the ultimate goal for organizations, is to have players there and then have more support come from the younger guys. But you got to hit on your development of your younger guys, and the guys that are there right now have to be able to hold it down until those better players or those younger players are able to be called up.
So Michael McGreevy is the most highly touted pitching prospect for the Cardinals since who?
Ooh.
Oh man, I don't even know if he's
not Jack Flaherty.
No.
Or Alex Reyes.
No.
Like, he's not. And I think we're looking forward to him, but I don't know that he would be in that conversation with those guys. Those guys were highly sought and weighted, highly thought of when they were drafted and being brought up.
And I tell you, Michael Wacha's debut, people were enamored with Michael Wacha. I mean, the media coverage for when Wacha came up was outstanding. So I don't think Michael McGreevy necessarily comes with a lot of fanfare. I think that when it comes to McGreevy right now, you don't have a lot of your pitching depth sucks.
Because we haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah,
it's like this guy who could go, he goes 7 innings. Bring him in.
Oh, totally. This is nothing against Michael McGreevy.
I love Michael McGreevy. I'm excited for him to be on this roster full time.
We all are. We're all ready to see Michael McGreevy consistently in this starting rotation.
Ever since his debut last year.
Yes.
He carved up, I believe it was the Texas Rangers.
But this pales in comparison to when Michael Wacha came up, or when Alex Reyes, you started to think that, Alex Reyes could be at the big league level. Jack Flaherty, I would put Flaherty, over the last 10 years, I would put Flaherty behind Wacha. Wacha was supposed to be the heir apparent to Adam Wainwright and have that baton, hand it off. And this was going to be your ace for the next 10 to 12 years.
Yeah.
Flaherty, I think we were excited, but don't forget, Flaherty was also at the same time, I believe, as Luke Weaver. And there was a little bit of fanfare over Weaver, not to the extent of what Wacha was, or even Reyes, but Michael McGreevy would be third or fourth on that list.
You think Wacha was higher in terms of excitement than Flaherty or Reyes?
100%.
Or was the excitement due to what he did on the field?
The day that Michael Wacha was called up is a day that I remember in my career on sports radio.
Wow.
And I don't say that lightly.
I've never heard you say that ever.
Michael Wacha, the fanfare for Michael Wacha was huge. Like this was the younger version of Adam Wainwright, ready to take over.
We have some people in the text line saying that Michael McGreevy is in that Dakota Hudson category. In terms of maybe in terms of like hype.
Why do you sound that pained you?
Yeah, because I think
you didn't like that comparison.
Yeah, because I think Michael McGreevy is still. I think there's a little bit more fanfare over him than Dakota Hudson. But to the point, it's more Hudson than it is the other guys we were mentioning.
What about Carlos Martinez?
Okay. Oh, I think that's a good one.
Yeah,
it's probably less than Carlos Martinez.
I think I think it's less than Seymour.
Yeah.
636 wants to know if we're on the Cardinals payroll.
Why is that?
Just because we're hyping him up.
Oh.
We said nice things today, Anthony, and we normally don't.
Oh,
Shame on us.
I said nice things about Mo earlier. I thought I was going to get fired.
What?
Yeah. Did
he send you your check finally?
You know, the funny thing is sometimes we do get those texts and tweets about you guys are on the Cardinals payroll.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if I was actually on the Cardinals payroll, you would know it.
You would know.
There would be no doubt about it, right? Like you see those memes where it's like, I won't tell you that I've won the lottery, but there'll be signs. It'd be that. For sure.
Give us an example.
I would never, if I was in the Cardinals
get swept, right? They get swept against the Diamondbacks. You're on the payroll, Anthony. How about those Cardinals on a Monday?
I know this is going to sound crazy. Okay, here we go, right?
Hey, where are the red glasses at? You might as well put those on.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't need those. No. Here we go. It sounds something like this. Let's get nasty on a Monday in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. I saw some good... listen, it's going to sound crazy, but I saw some good things in Arizona. Couple of things
Anthony,
stood out.
They didn't win.
Yeah, well, okay, but it's not always about wins and losses when it comes to developing a team, right? Developing players. Carey, you know that better than anybody, being a coach. It is about the development of players. Mason Wynn continues to be outstanding. Jordan Walker, hey, we all wanted to see Jordan Walker get some playing time. Well, guess what? Jordan Walker got a lot of playing time over the weekend. The Arrow, despite the fact that you got swept in Arizona. Now, remember, this Arizona team was in the World Series a couple of years ago, okay?
They're in the wild card race, Anthony.
All right? And they're in the wild card race.
Yeah.
If they played, let me tell you something about the Arizona Diamondbacks. If they played in any other division, they'd probably be leading the damn thing. All right? So this Cardinals team, they showed up in Arizona. They played hard. Good things. Saw some good things.
Yeah. Someone just tuned in right now and thinks you're the biggest idiot in town.
Well, a lot of people already think that anyways. But that's how it would sound if I was actually on the Cardinals payroll. All right? There'd be no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of the Cardinals.
Yes.
We got game action tonight. Game 2 against the Rockies. Jack just goes in the snake pit. Anthony would wear bow ties every Monday. Correct. Absolutely. We got a lineup, so we're going to play a lineup game next on 101 ESPN. 8:06, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. Cardinals in Colorado again, for game 2. This time it'll be Eric Fetty.
Hey.
Yeah, maybe he ups his trade value, boys. You never know. I'll take your silence to mean that you don't think that. Bradley.
Lineup game?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Bradley Blaylock will start for the Rockies. Justin Blaylock's brother.
Oh, Justin Blaylock, another former Oklahoma State Cowboy.
Yeah, and I should be honest there. I don't know if he's actually his brother. Judging by the picture, I'm going to say no.
Anthony, don't let that sway you.
That's true. Yep.
But Hank Blaylock, right?
Maybe.
Former Ray, former Ranger.
Sure. Yeah. All I know is that Bradley Blaylock.
What about Mookie Blaylock?
Yeah, it could be Mookie Blaylock. Could be.
Yeah.
It's a good thought. Again, based on the picture, I'm going to say no on that. But here's what we need to know. Bradley Blaylock is right-handed, and he's got an ERA of 9.97. Okay?
Let's go.
So while we're all being and moaning about Eric Fetty, just understand that Fetty's ERA is only 4.83. Okay? You guys feel good? You guys feel better now?
Feel great.
Okay. All right. Lineup game. Carey. Brendan Donovan?
Yeah.
All right.
Let me go?
Yes, sir.
Show us Brendan Donovan.
Look at that guy. Vibrant, handsome, hair.
Ivan Herrera?
Why not?
Marshy, show us Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne? That's a French-ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant. Little cheese on my croissant.
So this was Wilson Contreras yesterday. Lefty was on the bump.
I think they flip it back to Burley.
All right, so here's the other thing about Burley, though. And you were traveling last night, so maybe you didn't have an opportunity to see it. But Burley fouled the pitch off of his leg.
Oh, no.
And was removed from the game. So I don't know if Burley is in the lineup tonight. Just something to think about.
So you want to go Wilson here? Otherwise, you wouldn't have told me that.
I want to go Wilson here. Yeah.
All right. I'll do it. I'll trust you.
Thank you,
being a good teammate is about.
I appreciate
Show
you.
us Wilson Contreras.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that hard.
It's a big test for our relationship.
Incredibly hard. Hey, anything worth doing is.
All right, so now this was Burley. This was Burley yesterday. But if Burley is out, I don't know who the hell this is outside of Ollie just bumping everybody up, and it's Arenado, who I don't think is a cleanup hitter, but, you know, sometimes Ollie gets a little...
What else you got?
You don't have anybody. Because Gorman's out, too. Gorman's on the IL. Yeah. If Burley's out. Yep, Newt's on the... So, do we say Burley and think he's in the lineup, or do we go with just the bump up of Nolan Arenado?
Well, I think if it was Burley, he would have been playing, he would be batting third.
Good point.
Because I think they batted him cleanup yesterday because of the left-handed pitcher.
Sure.
Just my thought process on it all. So I would go Nolan Arenado.
All right, I'm going to do it. You go with it?
All right. Yep.
All right. Show us Nolan Arenado.
A lot of people think you get in your mid-30s and your career's over, but like I always say, until they stop scouting, I ain't going to stop playing.
Boy, Carey, we have walked a tightrope, and we have not fallen yet.
Nope. All right, this is going to be Mason Wynn if we're going by that same theory then. Correct?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
All right, show us Mason Wynn.
Duncan! Bring me that arm!
Beautiful. So yesterday would have been Walker.
Mm-hmm.
So do we go Walker here? We just keep the line moving up.
Yeah, but at some point you're gonna have to. I mean, yes.
Okay.
To answer your question, yes.
Show us Jordan Walker.
What a shame.
It stopped there.
Okay, so let's think
who the
about
hell
this.
is playing what here?
Well, let's think about our outfield because that's where it's impacted the most, right? So well, I guess not. We go Donovan in left. We can go Victor Scott in center. We could go Walker at some point in right, but it's not here.
Right. Yeah.
Arenado third. So
who's playing?
Win. So Sajaci then. Sajaci's got a...
Thomas Sajaci?
I would say Sajaci, who would play second base, and I imagine he's here.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. Show us Thomas Sajaci.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face? It really hurts.
Nope, nothing. I thought I hit you on the shoulder.
My shoulder doesn't hurt very much, but my face does.
Way to bounce back, Carey. Way to bounce back.
Good job.
I just watched Tommy Boy pretty recently, by the way.
Did you?
Great movie.
It is a great movie. Not
So
here
this would be
or
Jordan
here
Walker.
so much. Yeah, go for it.
Show us Jordan Walker.
Die for every ball. It's boring otherwise, plus it looks harder. The most important play in right field is what I like to call the janitor throw. Guaranteed out every time. I call it the janitor throw because it cleans up that are trying to take an extra base on you.
All right, so is this Poso or is this Paez?
How many games has it been for Paez?
This, I think, would be his third.
Who's pitching? Doesn't Pozo go with Fetty? I think he does.
So it's Poso's fault this whole time?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm trying to remember which pitcher.
All right. So
which pitcher Poso catches for?
The last time the Fed man started was July. Did you like that one, Marsh?
The Fed man.
July. It was the last game they played. No.
Before the break?
No,
Or
it
after the
wasn't.
break?
I was thinking with the Chicago series. Hold on.
Oh no.
No, Gray started against the Braves. Fetty. All right,
It was the Cubs.
The Fed man. No,
Wasn't it the Cubs?
the Fed man faced Atlanta, and Poso was the catcher.
Yeah, I think it's I think Pozo catches for Fetty.
All right, go for it.
Show us Pozo.
You are so wrong.
All right, show us Pedro Paez.
Smithies, throw this at him. You're out!
Maybe.
All right.
Damn it. Show us
Land the plane.
Victor Scott the second.
Run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man!
All right, there you have it. Marshy, run it for us, please.
All right, leading off in left field, Brendan Donovan. Batting second, your DH, Ivan Herrera. Batting third, first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Your cleanup hitter, third baseman, Arenado. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Batting sixth, playing second base, Thomas Sajaci. Batting seventh in right field is Jordan Walker. Batting eighth and catching, Pedro Paez. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott the second.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go foul!
I don't believe what I just saw!
Home run.
All right, Marshy, can you update us on the standings?
Yes, I believe the standings to be Jamie Rivers with 20, Carey Davis with 13. Anthony, you have 11. Now you have 11 points, and I have 6.
All right, so Jamie actually did text in his picks for home run. He wants Ivan Herrera. Ivan Herrera for Jamie. Carey, you are now.
Give me Mason Wynn.
All right. I'm going to go out on a little bit of a limb here, but this guy had an absolute missile, absolute rocket shot to third base last night that he legged out. Tonight, Jordan Walker touches seats.
Whoa!
Give me Jordan Walker, please.
A J-bomb.
Give me a J-bomb.
All right, Anthony. Feels good to be back in the saddle.
Sure, I bet.
Now I get to make my own picks.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Marshall, your picks over the weekend were outstanding.
They're real good.
Yeah, trusting your teammates is what you said 5 minutes ago. I don't know if I can anymore. Give me Thomas Saggese.
Nonsense, Marsh. It's nonsense. All right, so you got Thomas Saggese.
Give me Saggese.
Speaking of Marshy, he's got the biggest question of the day. It's on Mo, and it is on whether or not that you-know-what could have saved the season by being more proactive. That's next on 101 ESPN. I don't know one person that doesn't love saving money. And when you call my guy Stewie, and I'll give you that number here in a second, when you call him, you're almost guaranteed to save money. Now, Stewie, I know that there are a couple of things that you can do that are small that have big impacts in how you can save thousands of dollars.
Anthony, there's different ways to save money, and people don't always think about the different angles. We had a customer we closed today. They went from 28 years left to 20 years. So they cut off 8 years. Their payment is the same. They saved $130,000. Again, their payment is the same. Nothing changed, except they changed their rate and term to a 20-year. This is a big deal. A 20-year rate is lower than a 30-year rate. Sometimes you can adjust it maybe even to 15 years. It's serious money. It can save you a lot, and it may not even cost you on a monthly basis.
Okay, well, you said all they did was, one thing, and you explained. I'll tell you what the one thing they did. They called you. So give Stewie a call at 314-324-4440. Again, 314-324-4440. Heck, you don't even have to call Stewie. You can text him if you want. Hey, you're busy. A lot of people are busy, but if you want to save money over the course of your loan, text him. Say, hey, heard you on Fast Lane with Anthony and Jamie. I'm interested in saving a bunch of money. How can you help? Just shoot the text. Stewie will answer it. Set up a phone call. It's easy. Let him take care of the work. And if you miss that phone number, you can always Google the bagel loan. Stewie, keep up the great work.
Have a great night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
All right, you're the big voice guy. Time for the biggest question of the day. Carey Davis live from his hotel room in Las Vegas for Big Ten Media Days. I'm Anthony Stalter. And Andrew Marsh, this biggest question of the day was actually cooked up from your brain.
Yeah, it did come from my brain. And, of course, I've been gone, Anthony. I watched the Cardinals lose through. Actually, I didn't watch it. I watched one pitch and went to the pool.
That's all you needed to see.
Went to the pool, went to the beach, saw that 91-mile-per-hour fastball go right down the pipe and then right out into the bleachers. Anyways, the biggest question today is, could John Mozeliak have saved this season by being more proactive? And what do I mean by that? Well, there was, I don't know if you remember this, a stretch before the All-Star game where everyone in this town, Anthony, except for probably the people that run the Cardinals, wanted to run out Miles Michaelis and the Fed man, Eric Fedde, out of town. They did not want those guys in the rotation, understandably so. And the Cardinals, Anthony, they went one series without scoring any runs. Not that the pitching
but that was
anything about
come
that.
on, man. That was against the Phillies. So.
No, it was the Pirates.
No, that's Pirates.
That was a different
Pennsylvania team.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought they were in Philly. That's my bad.
Then, the Cubs series happened, and thank God Pozo swings at everything. Ended up pulling out a victory there, and then, you play the Braves, and they're a really good team right now, Anthony, right?
Yeah, well, not this season, no, but they're turning things around.
Historically.
The Diamondbacks are turning things around.
Then you lose 3 to the Diamondbacks. Anyways, my point is, could John Mozeliak, if he maybe would have made some moves like even 2 weeks ago, do you think this team is in the spot they are in now, or do you think they're in a better spot? Or do you think this was ultimately where this team would end up, because this was their destiny to have one good month and then start to struggle?
Carey, I feel like you and I are going to be on the same page with this, but I would love to hear your thoughts first.
Destiny is an interesting word to choose, Marshy. Were they destined to be where they are? Probably.
I wasn't destined.
You were in Destin? That's Destin, Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Not Destiny, but yeah. See the confusion there.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know that there's anything. I mean, we heard the conversation, like we were just praising the Cardinals for giving Michael McGreevy an opportunity, but here we are in the second half. I don't know that opportunity would have been presented in the first half. So I don't know that there was anything, or that there is anything that could have been done to help this organization, get on the right foot and go on the right track. I guess the expectations changed when they had a good month of, was it May or June? I think it was May.
It was May.
Or June. Yeah, when they had a good month and everyone was excited. Oh, we can make the playoffs. And, in actuality, this team was constructed to be kind of where they are right now. Would I have liked to see some younger guys in the pitching rotation get more opportunities? Sure. But I think that where they are now is where they were supposed to be. And, that month of May have taken people in a roundabout way to get here, but we're here. And so I don't know that there's much that John Mozeliak could have done to make people feel better about the situation that they're in right now.
I can't say that the season would have been saved. However, could he have been more proactive in the offseason? Yeah. He could have moved on from Miles Michaelis. He could have said, "Hey, I know you got a year left. We're going to eat this thing. We got to get younger. We've seen what you could do. Sorry, we're moving on." He could have still traded Eric Fedde and got something for him and been more proactive, as opposed to, and I get why he did it. I understand why Mo said, if Fedde could just pitch well again, we can trade him at the deadline and get something for him. Well, that completely blew up in his face. But if you think about Fedde's track record, the Fed man has a worse track record over the course of his career. And you can go back and say, well, he had one half season in the big leagues with the White Sox with low expectations. Fedman pitched real well first half last year for a terrible White Sox team that wasn't expected to win a game, let alone multiple games. So you could have said in the offseason, if you were Mo, let's move on from Feddy now. Let's not even risk it. Somebody's willing to pay for him. Clearly, I'm sure other teams were willing to acquire Feddy at the deadline last year. Couldn't have just been the Cardinals. So he could have been more proactive there and maybe revamped this starting rotation and got, went real young. Could it have saved the season, though? No, I don't think so. I do think that this was a byproduct of what you have been doing in previous years.
So we get a text from the 616. What is the difference between the Cardinals being a couple of games back from the final wild card position and the Blues spending much of the second half of the season a few points back of the final wild card position? We seen doom and gloom for the Cardinals, but we were all hopeful about the Blues.
Yeah, sure. What did you have on the Blues roster? And I'm not being flippant here. I'm not being snarky. I'm not being sarcastic. You can't tell me that the Blues roster and the Cardinals roster, from a potential standpoint, are the same things. You just can't. Broberg and Holloway playing as well as they were. Arrow pointing up for the Blues. Binnington, which is one of the biggest goaltending, one of the biggest factors in you potentially winning a first-round playoff series. Binnington was playing well. Some guys weren't, but you also could point to some injuries, like Robert Thomas having that injury. It took until after the Four Nations tournament for him to get going. But Jordan Kyrou, a part of the future, despite what Toronto media may have you believe, right? Like Kyrou, part of the future. Robert Thomas, part of the future. Holloway, Broberg, Parayko. You have a core there that you think can lead you to like a new, fresh era for the Blues. You can't say the same thing about the Cardinals. Look at the starting pitching staff. I'm excited about Herrera and Wynn. That's it. I like Wilson Contreras a lot. Donovan, too. I'll throw Brendan Donovan in there as well. Arenado is not part of your future core. You don't have none of the catchers. If both guys are gone next year, nobody's losing sleep over it. The pitching staff needs to be completely revamped. So I understand the questions that we get. Oh, you guys love the Blues. You hate my Cardinals. I'm sorry. You can't look at the rosters and say those are two. But the arrow's pointing up for both rosters.
Right.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Carey.
No, I think you're correct. I think the Blues. Let's be real. I think we have revisionist history, and we kind of view things differently. No one believed that the Blues were going to be a playoff team until they went on a 12-game win streak.
I did.
And then everyone said, well,
I said it. I said it in the office.
You know what? You probably are. And you think of things differently than most. Specifically me. But the Blues went on an epic run. And then everyone said, oh, crap, this team, because you saw the team, their place in the standings start to change. They started to rise. They were only a few games out, and then you started to believe. It wasn't, when they were, before the Four Nations break, no one believed, most people, I won't say no one because I don't like to use definitive terms. I learned that in therapy.
Nice job.
Don't use
Carey.
definitive terms.
Yeah.
Most people didn't believe that the Blues had an opportunity to make the playoffs. The Four Nations break happens, they go on an epic run, and then you start to believe. If the Cardinals go win 18 games in a row, well, hell yeah, I'll believe that they're going to make the playoffs and have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
But until that happens, no, I'm not going to believe that. If Eric Feddy goes out and performs in the manner in which he has performed in the past, I'm not going to believe it. If Miles Michaelis goes out and can't get through 3 innings, why the hell should I believe that? That's why.
Right.
The Blues showed you that they can compete by winning games and having an epic winning streak, and the Cardinals have not yet shown you that. So there's the difference.
True that.
In my opinion.
No, I'm right there with you, Carey. Right there with you. All right, that's your biggest question of the day, and thank you for the text. You're not alone. There are many people that think that we're way too hard on the Cardinals and not hard enough about the Blues.
314 says, next, Marsh is going to claim he told the Derrick Henry story first. Well, I did, right?
I think Nick Saban did technically, but
yeah, I think so.
All right, we got beat the streak and bet the board. Marsh, have you dove into the standings
for beat the streak?
Have you caught up yet,
or for bet the board?
Both.
I am caught up with bet the board.
Yes,
I have missed a lot in a row.
No, well, I
haven't hit since the 10th.
Bradford did you wrong.
Table tennis guy did not hit last
year. Oh, no. He was leading.
He was.
Lakers money line. We were doing summer league basketball.
Well, there was an all-star break.
Fever money line.
Out there.
Sorry, man.
The one that you chose that I thought was actually, outstanding was Sven Olsen to win the Open Championship. You said plus 500,000, and to me, that was a payday, buddy. You were going to hit that.
I liked how reckless you were. I do.
I guarantee you, Bradford's complimentary picks went 4 or 5-0.
No. No way. All right. We do need a new Beat the Street contestant. Brendan went down last. Who did he have?
Looks like it was Alec Burleson.
Oh, freaking Burley. That sucks. Brendan had a nice little run there, didn't he? 3, 4?
I believe it was a couple.
He had one.
No, he didn't have one. I think he had 4. And our listeners, unfortunately, they've been struggling. So Brendan did, he had a decent run, but he gone.
It was 3.
Oh, it was only 3?
He was only 3.
It felt longer.
Anthony, you got a pretty good streak going.
Very good streak. Marshall, he's been killing it. I mean, the fact that he keeps hitting like this is absurd.
Anthony, you might break my streak.
No. What's your streak? Like 22?
18.
18. I got no shot. No shot.
Yeah, you got a shot.
No.
He's balling.
You'll get it tonight, Anthony. I guarantee you.
No, guys. You guys are too nice. There's no way. No way I'm getting it. So we need a new Beat the Street contestant. So text in BTS to 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line, and you may have an opportunity to start a new streak for yourself. Bet the board, beat the streak, next in the Fast Lane. Head out to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum. You can check out the over 1,000 vehicles that they have all in one location. And when I say they're all the inventory's right there, I mean it. It's not like one of these dealerships where you go out and you say, hey, I saw a vehicle online and I'd like to test drive. Oh, that's actually in a different lot 50 miles away from here. Not at Auto Centers Nissan Herculaneum. 1,000 vehicles all in one massive location. So when you visit AutoCentersNissan.com and you choose a vehicle to test drive, that same vehicle will be there ready for you so you can check it out. Also, check out right now for Wiggity's Hot Lot Blowout at Auto Centers Nissan, the 0% APR for 60 months, the 0 down and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos. All 3 vehicles built here in the United States. And remember, at Auto Centers Nissan, every new vehicle comes with dealer pricing, a lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. If you're looking at used cars, Auto Centers says 0 down and no payments for 3 months. So check them out online at AutoCentersNissan.com. When you do head out to Herculaneum, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals look for another win tonight as they take on the Colorado Rockies. Eric Fetty, as Anthony calls him, the Fed man, will go up against Bradley Blaylock. First pitch tonight is at 7:40. If you missed anything from today's show, including our interview with Illinois football's Xavier Scott, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page. You'll find all of our interviews and all of our shows, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Beat the Streak and Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
To hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You ready to hit?
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
All right, time to play Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane. Carey's joining us from Vegas, where he is attending Big Ten Media Days. Jamie had to take off a little earlier, but he will be back with us tomorrow. Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter, and we have Joe on the line. What's up, Joe? Joe, you there?
Hey, what's going on, Anthony?
Hey, not much. We appreciate you you playing, Joe. You ready to make your selection here in a second?
I am.
All right. Marsh.
Yes.
What do we got, kid?
All right, Anthony, you have a streak of 10. Pretty good.
Thanks.
Probably be 11 come tomorrow. Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is it. This is a season high for me, right? So this will be it.
Yes. Jamie has a streak of 7.
Wow.
I have a streak of 3.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know how that came to be. Carey's got a streak of 2, and now we have Joe joining the show.
All right, so.
That's right.
It'll be me, Jamie, Marsh, CD, and then our guy, Joe. Can I have Pedro Pajes, please, to get a hit? Pedro Pajes to get a single or double, triple, or home run. Please and thank you. All right, Jamie, let's see here. You guys got his?
Yes, he's going
Donovan.
with Brendan Donovan.
All right. So Jamie has Donnie. Marsh, you're up now.
I'm going to take Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Ivan. All right. Carey.
Not a bad pick. I'm going to double up. Mason Wynn.
Okay. And Joe.
Yeah, I didn't see the lineup today. To be honest with you, is Burley in there?
Burley is not. No, you do have Wilson Contreras. You do have Arenado, Sajasi, if you want to do a Cardinal, Walker, or you've got anybody for the Rockies against the Fed man.
Yeah, I kind of want to win, so I don't want Arenado. So I guess I'll go with Contreras.
Okay, there you go. Wilson Contreras. All right, so I took Pedro Pajes. Jamie selected Brendan Donovan. Marsh took Ivan Herrera. Carey went with Mason Wynn. And Joe is going with Wilson Contreras because, and I quote, I want to win after slamming.
That's speaking for all of St. Louis Cardinals fans.
What's that?
That's speaking for all of St. Louis Cardinals fans.
All right, there you go. All right, Joe. Hope you get a hit tonight, man, and we'll have you back on tomorrow.
Alrighty.
All right, thank you. Huge mistake, by the way, guys. Huge mistake from all of us.
We all took Cardinals.
Yeah, you got the Fed man on the hill.
He's going to pitch a gem tonight, Anthony.
Is he?
That did.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not a hitter's park at all.
He threw a complete game earlier this year.
Yes, he did. Darn right he did. Darn right he did.
It's in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like, get it out.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
Way right. In there, Anthony.
Beat the Streak. From Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. All right, Marsh. What do we got?
All right, here are the updated standings. Jamie has 9 points on the month of July. Anthony, you have 8 points. Carey has 8 points.
Marshy?
I have 3 points.
You're right there.
You're right there. You're right there.
Bart Matalij. What's his name? I don't know how to say it. Bartolomej. Wineski.
You picked him.
Got the dub yesterday versus your guy.
Yeah.
That's just tough. Yeah.
It was. Halowski was up, though, Marsh. You had a vision.
Did you hear about your Open Championship vision?
Oh, that's what Carey was reminding me of, plus 5 something.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the table toss guy.
No.
I said table toss. Table tennis.
We're just gonna move
plus
on.
500,000.
Yeah,
that's a great bet, Marshy.
We're gonna get tonight right, and then we're gonna throw down a massive parlay. That's going to hit.
Nice.
And when I win this month, you guys will owe me an apology.
Okay, fair. Yeah,
and
fair
not
enough.
a fast lane apology, a real one.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But it starts tonight.
Now,
Jamie didn't send his bet the board pick in, did he?
He did tell us, though.
Unfortunately, he did.
Yeah. What is his play?
He's going with the Reds money line.
That's right. Cincinnati Reds money line. Who are those jokers playing? Well, Washington. Do we know what that was?
That's a great question, Anthony. I can look it up right now.
Because I think it went off at 156, which would therefore be illegal.
Well, they're playing right now, and it is at minus 141. So if it were a live bet, he would still be under the threshold.
There you go. Very, very well then. All right. Carey, you want to go?
Yeah, give me Aaron Judge, 1.5 hits, runs, RBI.
Aaron Judge.
Minus 145.
Okay. I have got on a roll here because I have just played against the horrific Giants, who have now lost 6 straight. So go ahead and give me the Atlanta Braves minus 115 tonight against said Giants, who are 24-29 on the road. Rough.
Well, Anthony, the Fed man is on the bump tonight for the Cardinals, and it'd be dumb of me not to look at the Rockies team total tonight at over 4.5 at minus 145. I'm going to go ahead and take that.
Good. I like that play, Marsh. I like that play. Hopefully the Fed man, they keep him in the game and not wear out the bullpen.
Yeah, there's more games to be played this week.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up the show next in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. I love playing underdogs champions game, especially when the Fed man is on the mound. So you got Eric Fedde on the hill tonight, and underdog is super easy, right? You just pick a player, decide whether they're going to go higher or lower on stats like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and more. That's it. So I'm looking at tonight's Cardinals and Rockies matchup. I like the Fed man to go lower than 3.5 strikeouts. I don't think he's going to be in the game very long. So I like that one. I also like Jordan Walker to go higher than the 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. And why don't we throw in a Wilson Contreras higher than 1.5 hits? He's been hot lately. I think he has a couple of hits. Those are my selections. You make yours, though. Playing on underdog, like I said, just pick a player or a couple players to go higher or lower on their stats. If your entry is correct, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. That means you could turn a single dollar into 1,000 just by getting a few picks right. Download the Underdog app. Sign up with my promo code Anthony to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, just use my promo code Anthony. Then you'll cash in on that $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit at Underdog. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org. Well, if you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast, available at 101ESPN.com or via your Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by Xavier Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today. Carey, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes.
I learned a new nickname. And? The Fed Man.
The Fed Man.
I love it.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yeah. Fed Man.
Yeah.
I just think he delivers.
Man, Superman, Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
Yep.
Yeah, you Fed, like FedEx, like Fred X. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, Fred X, Freddie Mitchell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he delivers.
Yeah, Fed Man's going to deliver.
On time.
Yep, no doubt. No doubt. I think the nickname fits. Yeah, I appreciate you tossing that out there, Carey. All right.
I love it.
Marshy, what'd you learn today?
Yeah, I learned to never take another day off of work.
Whoa, why?
Without looking at my phone.
Marshy, you okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I leave. Somehow my mom ends up in my chair last week. I don't know if you guys talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
You did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I get off the plane. I receive pictures that she is just chilling in here with you guys.
Yep.
I'm like, I don't know how that came to be. Then I find out that, I'm taking the Fever money line when Caitlin Clark's out.
Well,
I'm taking the table tennis guy when I guess he's not good.
He had a vision.
The Open, I'm assuming that was tennis, or maybe it was.
Oh, no, it was the Open Championship.
Yeah.
It's
It was golf.
Yeah.
Okay, that Open.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that guy, but it is what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
It is what it is.
All right. A little disappointed.
Crazy how that works.
Yep. What I learned is that if you go to Illinois, the team that you're going to hate the most is probably Michigan. I mean, I know it's a little anecdotal, but Carey, you hate them. So does our guy Xavier Scott, who joined us earlier. Like that, I wouldn't say that the Michigan, Illinois, I would think like Ohio State, maybe even Northwestern because of proximity. But you guys are all Michigan.
Yeah, we don't worry about Northwestern too much. When I was in school, we went 2-2 against Ohio State, and should have won the other two games, one in which they were national champions that year, and we took them into overtime and got a letter from the Big Ten saying how they missed the call. But, neither here nor there.
Sure, yeah.
So we don't worry about Ohio State.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Marsh?
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Our third star of the day is going to go out to that Blues player that Anthony actually did not answer that would regress this upcoming season. So whatever player that you had in mind that you did not tell us on purpose, that player's our third star of the day.
Yes, I like that.
Yes. Our second star of the day goes out to the Fed Man.
Yeah.
The Fed Man.
Fed Man.
Eric Feddy, Fed Man, always delivering. Always delivering.
And our first star of the day, of course, goes out to trusting your teammates.
No doubt. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Nice job. Marsh, great to have you back, kid. Really great to have you back.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
It's good to be back in the saddle.
Jamie will be back tomorrow. Carey, you're going to join us again from Vegas, correct?
Yep.
All right. And Carey will be back in studio then on Thursday. So that'll do it for us. We do appreciate everybody being tuned in throughout the course of the show today. Of course, one last shout out to our Snake Pit. Nice. I was hoping you nailed that, and you did. Our Snake Pit is our Airlines Team YouTube chat, and we always love the Snake Pit chiming in throughout the course of the show today. So we'll all be back tomorrow for Jamie Rivers, for Carey Davis from Big Ten Media Days in Vegas, for Andrew Marsh. Welcome back, buddy. I'm Anthony Stalter. We will see you.